Back. We back in full effect. What's popping? What is popping? I hope everybody is safe. I hope everybody warm. Cause it is real out here. C-Step, what's happening with your homie? First person in the building, what's happening with your C-Step? Yeah, man, we gonna get it popping like we do. Yes, indeedy. Yes, indeed. Make sure I got everything straight on my end. Louisiana Gale, what's happening with you? Nola Golf, what up with you? Louisiana Gale said, whoa, I have a lot of notes on what I heard because of the YouTube's limit. It's gonna be like 15 comments, so bear with me. For sure, sister. Let's do it. Shout out to Louisiana Gale. Man, I hope everybody being safe during this storm. Nola Ant, what's popping? Jagger said, Ja, let me know who that Nola in the building. Bayou Sniper, what's good, fam? Shout out to you, Bayou. Jaden, what up with you? Louisiana Gal said the Pelicans' main goals for the deadline are to move DeJounte Poole, get a first-round pick at a 15-18 point score. Clutch originally told Joe that DeJounte wanted to be moved to a team on the West Coast, but switched up last week and said he's open to moving to any other team. DeJounte has flown to Miami, Vegas, Seattle, and Los Angeles over the past 3 weeks and hasn't checked in with anyone from NOLA. People in the building feel disrespected because they know he's healthy. Whoa. Lee Sanford, what's up with your family? Louisiana Gal said Poole, for whatever reason, has completely worn out his welcome in NOLA. They told teams that they accept longer-term money to move him. Wow. That's probably where some of the things about Emmanuel quickly comes into play. Adam Stevens, what's good, dog? Louisiana Gal said, I wouldn't be surprised if Jose played more than him when he returns. Jose's supposed to play tonight, so it's going to be real interesting to see how it works out. Bayou Sniper, you in China, Bayou Sniper? I didn't know that. I didn't know that, Bayou Sniper. Say I live and work in China as a basketball coach and PE teacher, so this morning we also have snow. I'm going to live stream the game for my 5th grade students. Oh, man. Oh, man, Bayou Sniper. I don't know if this is a kid-friendly show, but I appreciate you. Jagger, what's happening with you? Spectacular, what's happening, family? Louisiana Gal said Gal been giving Joe trouble when it comes to moving Herb. It's similar to the Willie Green situation. They have to get a haul back for her to be on board, and that's the issue. That's the issue with having the Herb Jones day. And, shout out to the scholarship thing. That's the beautiful thing. But it's like, come on, man. Let's not be ridiculous here, like overvaluing your players. Let me see. Louisiana Gal said Detroit called for Herb and tried to swap him out with Jaden Ivey. Joe and Troy asked for Isaiah Stewart, and the talk slowed up. Yeah, that would make sense. Isaiah Stewart's like probably the best defensive big in the game right now, aside from Rudy. Louisiana Gal said Joe really wants to make a deal for Ja. He's willing to send him a protected pick, but the problem is Memphis was next year's pick or the protected Bucks pick. Whoo. Said Joe would prefer to send a protected 29 pick or later. People around the league feel Joe's afraid to lose another trade. Louisiana said they plan on reaching out to Memphis within the next few days. The Pels feel they lost some leverage with Ja's. Memphis lost some leverage with Ja's latest injury. Yeah, I agree with that as well. The only other team to call on Ja has been Sacramento. Louisiana Gals in New York and Houston. I'm going to have to clip this part of the show. New York and Houston are interested in Jose. Joe asked for a first for Houston, and Houston so far said no. Pels don't have much interest in taking back Yabusele without a pick attached. Yeah, I would need multiple seconds to take back Yabusele at this point because he's been a bust in New York as it currently stands. OKC has a lot of interest in Herb and Eve. Yo, shout out to Dotson who presented OKC first. To me, that makes a lot of sense. OKC has multiple firsts, and they'll probably be a team that would send you two first. Louisiana Gal said Joe wants to keep Eve, but the only player outside of the untouchables that can get him in this year's draft, Misi also has beef with Borrego because of useless. Oh yeah, that's painfully obvious, for real. Eve said Indiana was close last week, but the talks got leaked. Since the Lakers, OKC, Shy, Boston, Toronto have reached out, Joe is trying to create a bidding war. Smart Joe. That's smart. What's up with you, Bree? What up, Trey? Diane Guillory, what's up with you? Louisiana Gal said someone mentioned that if Joe trades Misi, he'd like to do a 3-team deal with Chicago and Portland. He was the first round pick Portland has. Gets if Shy fall. I'm sorry. He wants that pick that Portland has, but Shy gets it if it falls between 15 and 30. Okay, so it's top 15 protected. Pels may be willing to take back Jeremy Grant's deal to make something like that happen. Yeah, because I think Portland is like almost securely in the play-in my opinion. The Pelicans are hoping Jamal Mosley gets fired. Yo, check my Twitter, y'all. I keep telling y'all Jamal Mosley is my betting favorite if Jamal Mosley gets fired in Atlanta. Say they also have interest in Jerry Stackhouse. Wow. Wow, that's a name that was kind of attached to the Pelicans for quite some time when they had Brandon. Let me see here. Yo, thank you so much, Bayou. Thank you so much, everybody in the building. Thank you so much, Louisiana Gal, for the information. A lot of what you said lines up to some of the things I've heard. I've heard that teams have been welcome to watch some of the Dejounte Murray's training sessions. As you can see right now, he's in Seattle watching the Seahawks. I don't know, man. It is getting to the point of desperation because it's either return to play and show teams that you could be available and with the deadline being what about 10 days away, or you just holding out for a Hail Mary trade, man, with 2 years left on that deal, including this year. Shout out to Adam Stevens. Shout out to my dog Jaden. Bayou Sniper said, "Yeah, from Texas, but I've been coaching from here over a while." Okay, wow. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to everybody living abroad, man. That's what's up. Shout out to everybody living abroad. Oh, you talking about league pad? Okay, I got you. Bree said Louisiana got the Louisiana Gal T. Bing, shit, what's happening with you, Bing? Nola Chat, what's good with you? Liam, what's happening with you? Let me see. Don, Queens, New York, by the way of the E. Okay, you in Queens. Okay, for sure. I had visited Queens a couple times. I was in Southside. I was in Baisley. It's kind of like, cleaned up now. There are a lot of co-ops in that area, if I'm not mistaken. Jaden say, Chad just remembers that we want healthy lashing value on the street. He's healthy, man. You never know. I think they could beat the Spurs tonight because they match up well with the Spurs. But I wouldn't necessarily. I don't think they particularly going on no long winning streak. That's just my view as it currently stands. Trey, what's happening with your homie? What's happening with your Trey Alexander? Spectacular say how much snow you got so far. It's low 40s in Kenner. Oh man, it's like 10 degrees where I'm at. I think we already at about 8 to 11 inches. It's rough. It's rough out here. I'm just thankful I still got power. I posted a couple videos, man. It is ugly out here, son. Like it's rough. It's rough. I'm more worried about the ice. Cause Monday, a lot of the ice is supposed to start coming in. You see you out here in Kenner. Shout out to Kenner. Kenner in the building. Trey say, Cheddar, we got to get this job deal done. Yeah, man. Oh, my God, Derek. So, Derek with the first Pelicans turnover of the game. Per fucking usual, man. This got to stop, dog. This can't go on like this. Hold on. Let me make sure I got the play-by-play. I'm slipping. I ain't even got the play-by-play on, y'all. My bad. Derek with the first turnover in the game. Damn. Oh, yeah. Kiara said you iced out in ATL. That's the thing, man. ATL in Texas, they just do not handle snow and ice well, bro. It's just never, they're never prepared. They're never prepared. Whoa, shout out to Cam in the building. I hope your power will come back on soon, Keanu. Like, that's why yesterday, man, I went and filled my car with some gas because I got to go in the gas and go in the car and charge my phone and shit. Yeah, I think they gotta get the job deal done, bro. Because if you get the deal done now, you can set yourself up to have a very productive offseason. Because if you get that deal done now, you can pivot. And that's the thing about people, bro. People so crazy and kind of like, I don't want to use the D word, but the motherfuckers are dumb. They crazy and dumb because people act like you could just do one move. I'm like, I'm totally against the job deal because it doesn't address any of your needs. It's like, bro, you're allowed to do more than one fucking move, right? You do realize that. You realize that there's an off season on the horizon. There's other things you can do. Like, it ain't, like, people, I don't know, bro. People, it's a lot of intellectual dishonesty happening here. Whoa, what up with you, Q? What up with you, Q? Yeah, I would like Sabonis. I know some people felt, and I kind of felt like that at one point, that, I don't know about Sabonis and Queen, but I'm like, I wouldn't really be building anything with Queen in mind, truthfully. I would be kind of looking at it like, Queen, you about a couple years away from being serviceable, honestly. I don't think Queen's very serviceable right now. Hopefully he has a good game tonight and starts to shift the narrative, but I don't think he's particularly serviceable tonight. I thought Wimby was about to bam on motherfuckers just now. Say, if we get Ja, do we keep Trey? Oh, yeah, I don't think Trey's even in that discussion, truthfully. Trey say, I would take John KCP. Yeah, I would do it if that's an option. I would do it because KCP only got like 1 year left on this deal, if I'm not mistaken. He don't got a ton of time left on that deal. You got to bet cash to pay cash. This trade wouldn't have a ton of long-term implications. Like, for example, what's that with you, Michael Morgan? Depending on how you feel about depending on how you feel about Herb contract, Herb got like 4 or 5 years left on his contract. That's more of a hindrance to you versus Ja deal is what, 2 years after this? Zion 2 years after this? KCP about what, a year and a half after this? Like, come on, like you dealing with like a 2-3 year window. Big shot right there by Sadiq Bey. Hopefully his high 3-point shooting continues because he was ice cold prior to last night. Yeah, Lala, what's happening with you? Yeah, man, like, you got it costs money to make money, especially in this market, bro. People like to live in a weird world where they got all of these options and no, I don't want to do that. I'd rather trade for Anthony Edwards. Bitch, he ain't on the table. Wouldn't we all like to do that? Sounds good. Sounds good. The Waldorf sounds nice. Take us there. Like, what? Of course we would like to do that. Sounds excellent. Love the idea. He ain't on the table, asshole. He ain't on the table. Spectacular Insight say, I like Sadiq. Would you try to keep him or trade him? If someone offered me like a top 10 protected first, I probably would trade him. But given the situation, and I think at best you're looking at multiple seconds for him or a highly protected first, I would just keep him going into next year. Because it ain't like this roster. That's another thing. That's another, like, not saying you, I'm saying I've seen some people say this like kind of stupidly. Like, oh, they gotta trade Sadiq Bey. Firstly, why? If the team is signaling that they want to be competitive, why would they trade Sadiq Bey firstly? Secondly, Sadiq Bey doesn't really make enough money for it to make sense because you couldn't really get nothing promising back aside from picks. And if a team not going to give you a lottery pick or nothing like that, then what's it matter? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if it's not lottery, but if a team not going to get you at least a solid first, you might as well keep him because he's on such a cheap contract. People think about the weirdest shit, like, oh, well, we're not going to be able to pay him 2 years from now. Bro, that's 2 fucking years from now. You don't know what this team going to look like 2 years from now. And honestly, if the team not good 2 years from now, does it matter? Everybody going to be gone anyway. You're going to be getting more picks than you know what to do with 2 years from now because Trey going to be gone, Herb going to be gone, Zion going to be gone. Like, you'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? You'll probably be fine. Judah Rising said guns and BBL. I know you're talking about Zion them. Was that Queen again? I bet that was Queen again. Yeah, honestly, bro, I think Derek one of the worst starters on this team. Derek is not a very good player right now, dog. Honestly, I would probably argue Derek's pretty bad right now. Like, I don't think he's really good on either side of the ball right now, and that's really terrifying because it's like, Jesus Christ, what do you do? What do you do in this situation? Because, oh Lord, oh my God, Derek, go sit down, Derek. Go sit down, bro. Go sit down. Scott with the clout said he a rookie though. You expect him to hit the wall at, I guess the wall hard at 35 because of how long college was. But truthfully, I don't think he's had a good season problem prior to these last few games. I think his highs have been high, but I also think Derek has the very unique skill set to where he can get a triple-double and still be the worst player on the court. He has a unique skill set in that way. I think people highlighted a lot of his good games and kind of overlooked a lot of his bad games because let's say for him being a rookie, right? Let's say for him being a rookie. We can't go out and say, yo, I'm telling you, he the next Jokic. And then when he has a bad game, like, oh, well, he's a rookie. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Not saying you doing that, Scott, with the cloud. I'm just saying generally, people aren't balanced and nuanced enough with the criticism with some of these guys. It's like, yo, he's the brother, he's 21 years old. Ain't a ton of upside left there. Oh, Trey, you had him in the air. I would have liked to see Trey. That's a good, nice 2-man game between Trey and Herb right there. I would like to see Trey jump into the contact on that pump fake and get those 3 free throws, but it worked out. You take it. Say DQ just be doing stuff. Oh yeah, like again, and I'm not caping for Jordan Poole, but there's a lot of guys on this team that just play and they get to make mistakes with impunity. And these mistakes, it's like the difference between extending the lead and, giving up a comeback. Like, I watched the end of that game. I had to go back and watch it. I watched the end of that game versus Memphis. I was like, oh my God. Like, yo, bro, Derek got blocked on like 3 fucking dunks. Man got blocked on 2-3 dunks. crazy turnovers. Like he was just awful, bro. And it was kind of hard to believe because like he's a solid post defender. Like even just now, how he defended Wemby in the post prior to that offensive rebound. I thought he defended Wemby in the post about as good as you gonna do it. But man, like just I mean, like, come on, son. Like you can't be bad everywhere else. I'm sorry, I read that one. Brees, I haven't seen Herb make a 3 in 6 games. Shit, I ain't seen Herb in about 14 games. But I think Herb might make one tonight. Herb has 0 points. My bad. Chris Gray, you say Chris Gray say Schmidt. I missed it. Damn, I had lost it. I think that was Chris. Schmidt shared some data on Herb's value to the team, but the eye test says otherwise. Offensively, what do you think? All right, there's 2 out of 3 things that go against that narrative of Herb's value to the team. One being the eye test, right? The way if you look at how many points Herb actually gave up individually last night, there was quite a bit. You look at him being a total non-factor offensively, that's a negative. And you look at, I mean, as simple as him fouling a 3-point shooter in the clutch. Like, a lot of things Herb did that was kind of bad. He had a couple good plays. I thought he had a steal or 2, and he had a couple good assists. But generally, I think Herb is a replacement level player at this stage, right? So that's 2 things that go against this advanced data analytics. That also has a lot to do with which lineup you're playing in, if I'm not mistaken. So it's like, come on, man. If you're in the lineup of the team mounting the comeback, but you're not contributing whatsoever, then how effective are you really? Like, it's just stupid. And the dumbest narrative, bro? That's why I love doing this show and I love talking to y'all, bro, because we here watching these games together. The dumbest narrative is the team is like 7-2 when Herb played. It's like, bro, when the team was on that 5-game win streak, Herb left about 4 of those games early. He left 1 game. He got fouled out. He got tossed out with 2 technicals. He got a concussion. He twisted his ankle. He left most of those games early. He left a lot of those games in the first fucking half. So how did he contribute to the wins at all? Like, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, bro. I don't know. That's why I don't like no like the political shit on this. Like, it's corny to me. Bree say nobody talked about the chance, but let it be Zion and Poole. I mean, yeah, like this probably not the best way to be, but I try not to. I don't know none of these guys like that, but well, what's happening with your 504 boy? And like, I mean this in a good way. I don't mean it in a bad way. I don't really like nobody. I don't like none of these players, right? If you helping win, I like you. If you're not helping win, I don't like you. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't really, that was a great pass by Sadiq Bey. Great pass, great hands by Yves Missi. I don't really get into, picking on one motherfucker versus the other motherfucker, because at the end of the day, it's about the front of the jersey, not the back of the jersey. Well, what's happening with you, Brock? I think Jordan Poole is like low-hanging fruit. So that's why, because people people had a narrative about Jordan Poole coming onto the team just generally. But he also doesn't do himself a lot of favors. Like last night, he shot that fucking wedgie. Like certain things he does, it's indefensible. So that's real. But it's a lot of shit Derek does. It's a lot of shit Derek does. A lot of shit Herb does. A lot of shit Sadiq does. That's incredibly indefensible. But the excuse always is, oh, well, they don't make the most money. And like, they don't make the most money, but they make a lot of motherfucking money, and they're starting. So let's spread some of this energy around, shall we? But I can't count on people to do it. That's why I just do my own thing. People got, everybody got their own way of doing things, their own agendas or what have you. Boy, I saw Carlo trying to drive baseline just now. We need help. All right, we need some help right here. You say P doesn't scratch 10 minutes tonight. You don't think so, Bing? I don't know. I think he does. Depends on how he starts out. Even though he's had games where he's played well and still got subbed out. Like, yo, why you took Poole out the game? Damn. See that? Oh, boy, that was a hard fucking fall. God damn. That was a hard fall, man. That was a great rebound by Trey, but that was a hard fall. God damn, that was a tough fall. D-Wade, what's happening with your homie? 504 boy said, I needed a break from the stench. Yeah. They was stinking up the joint, boy. Boy, they was thinking up the joint. It was bad. Yeah, more excuses than a nigga going to jail. I was like, yo, nobody gonna talk about this? Like, oh, well, what's he supposed to do? Look, I tweeted this yesterday, right? And this is not a knock on Brother Herb. I tweeted this yesterday. I said if the Pelicans win, oh, Sadiq! Let's do it! Sadiq know the deadline coming up. Nah, he's starting, 504 boys. Herb Jones is starting. He started the past 2 games, brother. I know it's hard to believe, but then again, is it really, Gave up a wide open 3 in the corner. It didn't burn us right there. You can't keep giving up those looks. All right, push the pace. Push the pace. All right, you got the ball in the right man's hands. See, Eve with the motherfucking. Sadiq. All right. Good hustle, Fierce. Good hustle, Fierce. That's out on them. Good hustle. Good hustle, baby. Good hustle. Now, here's the thing, though. Sadiq had Messi under the rim. He still found a semi-wide open tray, but that was great hustle by Fierce. That was great hustle by Fierce right there. And good hustle by Eve Messi. See, we hustling. Judah said they should wait until the offseason for a trade like that if they serious about Ja. I don't take but Judah, great finish through contact by Trey over the bigs. Judah rising, shout out to you in the building. I think Ja's price tag will be a little bit higher in the offseason because just based on the fact that it's always cheaper to trade for guys during the season. That's really the only reason. Not that Ja's going to recoup any type of value or anything. Just that, it's typically cheaper to trade for guys during the NBA season. That's why you see a guy like Trae Young get traded for next to nothing. In the offseason, you couldn't have got Trae Young for just an expiring. You would have had to give up a first, in my estimation. A little too hard off the glass right there, Fizz. I ain't mad at the attack. But see, all right, Trae can't get bumped off his spot like that. This is a physical game. I forgot all about Dylan Harper, y'all. These injuries really suck, bro. You got Dylan Harper fucked up. Scoot Henderson still fucked up. Jalen Green pulled his hamstring again the other day. These injuries are terrible. Damn, that shit was halfway down. All right, get back. Oh, that was a nice-ass finish by Castle. That was a nice-ass finish right there. Trey say, I love Fizz in this role. So much better for year 1 of his development. Yeah, I totally agree. Let him run with that second unit. He's already a really solid rebounder. Let him attack the glass. Get out, play. Let him go out there and play with all the energy that he possesses. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because if you got to start him with the starters and other high-usage players, you're going to have a strong coach to really put the reins on him. And right now, they don't really have that. You know what I'm saying? You don't really have the training wheels on him in that starting unit. He got to play with the second unit, in my opinion. Bing said Morant has played every 3 weeks. Yeah, some of that is legit injuries, I believe, and some of that is like, you know how it go with these injuries. Because, I mean, even with Herb, it's like nobody think it's suspicious that Herb came back for the Lakers game. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a little suspicious. Then he missed like the next 6-7 games. And now he's back right before the trade deadline. Like, it's a little suspicious. I'm not saying that anything's going to happen with that. I'm just saying, generally speaking, I'm not sure that he couldn't have played. Same thing with Ja. It's like, I'm not sure that Ja couldn't have played. But it's interesting. Like, even yesterday, like, Ja got the UCL injury. He didn't have no sling on yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. Well, when Memphis played, he didn't have a sling on his arm. I just felt a little pinch in my elbow. Not saying that he isn't injured, but I'm just saying this motherfucker had 2 incredible games back to back, and you're like, yeah, that's enough. Like, I don't know. No. Whoa, what's happening with your Dr. Donald? He said, let's make it happen after them picks. Dr. Donald, what's the typical injury for typical recovery timeline for a UCL injury in the elbow? Because I know Jackson Hayes had one. He missed like 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. But also, was it Paul George had that same injury, if I'm not mistaken? Moneybag, what's happening with your homie? Lala say you right. Yeah. Bing say if anything, Herb returning bringing his value down. Yeah, I mean, watching him last night made me kind of feel like Like, I don't know, bro. Like, maybe you need to go sit down somewhere. So the idea of you as a player, it's a tough needle to thread though, bro, because he didn't play much last year. And if he ain't playing this year, it's kind of looking like, all right, yo, this, all right, now you got an injury prone guy who just never plays. So either way, you fucking up his value. And Herb averaging like what, like 8 points this year or something like that on terrible shooting. It's tough. Like Herb needs some huge games before the trade deadline, and that might work against you because you might be like, you see, this is why we can't trade him. Like, I mean, if you talk about a 3-and-D guy, he's not fitting that bill right now. 504 say, yeah, after them picks, for sure, for sure. I mean, it depends. It depends. I don't, because I had that philosophy before they traded that motherfucking 2026 unprotected. I like that footwork by Messi. I like the hustle. Great footwork by Messi. Great hustle. Oh, that was off out his hands. This angle right here, watching the game from this current angle, that was off out of Fear's hands. Keldon Johnson shaved his head? What kind of shit is that? He gonna shave his head like Wemby. What kind of shit is that? Like, be yourself. Jakob Portal's thoughts on this team. What do you mean backup? Jakob Portal was solid before he kept getting hurt. He was solid in San Antonio. Good hustle, Eve. That's Eve got like 7 fucking offensive boards. Pelicans Nola, what up, Chaz and the family? Shout out to Pelicans Nola. Oh, I don't Moneybag Sniper. I don't think Moneybag Swiper. I don't think so, bro. Not Rudy. I think Rudy gonna win Defensive Player of the Year again. I think they looking for a way to move off of Julius Randle. The question is, for whom? Like, you almost wish that you could get Karl Anthony Towns back if you them. Oh, Eve! Eve got right there and just didn't have enough tough touch on the glass. Eve, if Eve was a tad bit more athletic, Eve would be fucking abusing Cornette under that rim. But Cornette is one of the better defensive bigs this season. Here come Jose. Yo, Jose in the game before Poole. No Poole so far, y'all. This is very interesting. No Poole so far. They probably put Poole in the game when Trey come out, though. Keldon trying so hard to impress the star. Yeah, it's funny how fast your stock can drop in the NBA. Ooh, yeah. Neither one of them fair shots been good. He's like, he hit a couple of them last game, but they just off out his hands. Like, out his hands, they not good. That's good defense right there by Yves Messi. Everybody stay grounded. Don't bail them out with a foul here. Good stop. Good stop. Good defense on that possession. Oh, my God, Fears. No. All right, this is not a Fears game, yo. This is not a Fears game tonight. You gotta have a short leash with Fears tonight. Fears been terrible so far. Also, look, no Poole, so they about to put Jose and Zion in. Yeah, they fucking over Poole. That's not cool at all. That's not cool because they ain't like you got no shooting out there. Huge shot right there by Trey. Yeah, that's not cool. You got one shooter out there and damn, Trey Foot was online. You got one shooter out there and Fears playing terrible. You mean to tell me you can't find room for Poole? I thought Poole played well last game. I thought Fears played well too, but still, you could tell like they kind of out on. Oh, that's Cornette. Good shit. Good hustle, Messi. Good shit. Yeah, D-Way, terrible lives. Lewis Johnson say Trey can't take nobody out the dribble. All that globetrotter shit got to stop. Yeah, I mean he's getting into the restricted area with the floaters and stuff like that, but he's still not necessarily beating guys off the dribble at this point. Chad said we making Cornette look like Mutombo out there. Cornette's been one of the better defensive bigs this season, to my surprise. J. Cal says the other way around. I think Wemby shaved his head because of him. Really? Wemby was a Buddhist monk. He was with the Buddhist monks, Liu Kang and Kung Lao and them this offseason. So I wouldn't be surprised if, maybe he teaching them something. What anime Bullet was singing? Nam Young Rengekyo. Nam Young Rengekyo. That's what Tina Turner was singing, right? Yeah, so I wouldn't be surprised if both of them have become practicing Buddhist. That was a big fucking shot right there. Big shot. You can't defend that much better. Louisiana guess if Fields has a hand injury on the shooting hand, he shouldn't be playing, in my opinion. Oh man, I hope it ain't no fracture or nothing. Oh my God, I just looked up. We got a Fields and Jose lineup. This is it. Oh my God. Okay, what's the point of this? Oh, nice shit. Back-to-back nice buckets right there by Fizz. Chad said they need to add Wemby to Mortal Kombat. Yo, they might as well. No, I'm telling y'all, if they redo the movie Game of Death, Tony Jaa a little too old now. But if they redo it with Tony Jaa or Donnie Yen, they need to get Wemby in the movie. They need to get Wemby in the movie to be like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Oh, hell no! That's an offensive foul. He kicked out his leg. That's an offensive foul, bro. He kicked out his fucking leg, man. He kicked out his goddamn leg. That's an offensive foul. Watch his right leg. Oh, that's an offensive foul! Challenge that! Challenge that! Challenge it! Challenge it! This bogus motherfucker. Look, all of them sitting over there with their head down. Challenge that! That's an offensive foul, you idiot! Bruh, the man kicked out his fucking right leg. That's an offensive foul. Man, God! I can't stand these fucking dudes. J-Max, that whole Poole, Jose, and Herb all gone by the offseason. Shit, at least two of them dudes might be gone. Personally, I probably, unless the situation with Poole was just incredibly toxic, I would just wait to the offseason when he's an expiring, because that contract gonna be valuable when he's an expiring. I would see if Sacramento is interested in Jordan Poole and see if I can get Sabonis. I would send them Poole and Herb for Sabonis easily. Oh, good box out. Come on, good box out. Good rebound. Good shit. Don Gilbert said I heard Zion going to New Balance. That makes sense because New Balance just signed Tyrese Maxey, right? The thing with Zion that I'm noticing, Zion, his most popular shoes seem to be like lifestyle shoes, like casual shoes versus his like plain shoe. It seemed like people just like wearing his casual shoes, like the ones with the dunk design. I mean, I'm not really into him like that, but that seemed like that's more popular with him. Let me see, man, Borrego should have challenged. Yeah, he definitely should have challenged that, Trey. Yo, everybody, while we on commercial break, do me a favor, man. Please hit the like button. I'm over here stranded in the snowstorm. I'm over here stranded. It's supposed to keep getting worse. Today was worse than last night. It started snowing probably like midnight last night. And boy, it was real. It was real. You don't really get to hear snow often, but you heard that shit last night. So it was real. It's still real right now. My motherfucking tool shed done collapsed. You know, I'm gonna have to call like a good neighbor. Like I'm gonna have to call him. I had all my jewelry in my tool shed. All my diamonds was in there. My Ferrari, everything, all my mink coats, all my precious pearls, everything was in that tool shed. The snow just came and collapsed it. I need money. I need money. That's what it boils down to. I'm gonna need my bread. Street clothes shoe. Yeah. That's what I think. Street clothes shoe. Like that's the most popular one that I've seen. I know Lido and Five be talking about those a lot. Jess. Oh, what up with you, Jess? How you doing? Money bag suit. I'm in B-more, bro. I'm in B-more. Bree say Poole must have cussed the team out. I got to get the T-Chaz. Man, this seemed like this marriage is over. Like, it looked bad. Oh, yeah, all my Rollies was in there. All my Rollies was in that motherfucking place. Oh, my God. I had just got that presidential. 504, where you at in NYC? Where you at? Shout out to 504. He said he in NYC. Is rough. Boy, it's rough. If you don't have, I'm telling you, if you don't have all-wheel drive right now, it's fucking ugly. Boy, and the ice ain't even really start setting in yet. Just tweak and say, Chaz, why are you such a big Messi fan? African bigs don't have a big upside, only Elijah Wan. Well, you had Clint Capella. You had Onyeka Okongwu. Now you had some promising African bigs. I think I just like Messi because he a solid rotational big. You know what I'm saying? I would trade him if an opportunity presented itself. But I think he's solid rotational big, has some upside. I mean, not that he has incredible upside, but I think he can be a very solid rotational big, French starter type guy. And I think if you're the Pelicans, you just need somebody that can run, dunk, and jump and contest jumpers every once in a while. Oh! Two-man game. Yes, indeed. Two-man game between Zion and Jose. Jose trying to get us two first, y'all. Let's lift Jose in prep. Num ya hum rengekyo. Hum ya no rengekyo. It looked like he moved both his feet there. So Chaz, will Grub get a cameo? No. He can listen to cameo. Like candy, something like that. Boy, man, y'all do not want to hear this Grub story I got. Y'all do not want to hear this Grub story. I'm being honest. Let me see. Yeah. Look, we got Jose as the shooter. Oh, good drive. Zion passing the ball really well. Right now. Let me see. My bad, y'all. John did hook you up with a plow. No, I ain't get shit. I got a hat and a hoodie. That's cool though. I take that. You know what I'm saying? But I got a Craftsman more. Riding more. Oh boy, he missed the whole motherfucking rim. Come on, we gotta extend the lead. Oh, shoot that shit. Shoot that. Ah, you dirty bitch. You look like it was halfway down. Working out here, but I'm East Rutherford right now by the stadium. Okay. Yeah, man, I ain't been in NY in a minute. Like, look, dog, I'm telling you, and it wasn't even as cold as it is out here right now. My first time. Was this my first time? Yeah, my first time going to New York. That's when I went to Queens. I was staying in Baisley. It was like 40 degrees. It was in February. And I thought this was the coldest it gets in the world. Let me see. Hold up. Did he dunk on Wemby again? Oh, that counts as a dunk on Wemby. It wasn't really a dunk on Wemby, but it was a dunk on Wemby. Brianna said you sound like you from the 504. I am. I need mine. What that boy BG told baby? What? I need mine. You say I got it, homie? I need to see mine. That's what I'm gonna tell FEMA. Say, yeah, y'all got me fucked up. I had my Bugatti in that tool shed. I need 300,000 cash, tax free. Boy, I thought Herb was about to make one. Good rebound, good hustle, Peavy. Calm down. Look at Zion. Zion wide open in the corner. Get it? Work the ball to. Oh my God, Herb! No, Zion wide open in the right corner. Good way to get back defensively, Zion. I thought that was a goaltend, but way to get back. Calm down. Oh my God. All right, come on now. See. All right, come on. Chris Grass said at some point Fox will go on a run. Fox is a very peculiar player because he can shoot you out of a game. He can shoot your ass in a game. Oh, that was a nice Euro by Fox. That was a good help by Messi, but that was a nice Euro by Fox. Chaz, do you think if we lose a certain number of games, staff changes will be made? Yes, J-Mac. I think much to Louisiana Gal's point earlier, I do think they're looking at Jamal Mosley. I think they're evaluating a couple other prospects as well. You got guys like you do got Jerry Stackhouse. Who was the other guy? Man, this dude slips my mind, bro. Oh my God. Juwan Howard. Not that I'm excited about Juwan Howard or any of those guys, but that's somebody that, comes to mind with the Michigan connection. Kind of thought of as a tough, rugged coach. Because I do think that's what they're looking for. I think they'll probably be looking for a coach with a lot of leadership qualities and and they'll probably try to fill up that staff with a bunch of like tactical minds. But I think they're looking for more so leadership qualities. Say Eve, Meese, and Herb playing, clamping this lineup. Oh yeah, them boys balling. Boy, this ugly ass lineup. Oh my God, I didn't think this lineup could get much worse, but it just got a little bit worse. Good shot, Jose. Yeah, Brock. I'm intrigued by Stackhouse as well. Stackhouse a dog. Good shot, Jose. Jose trying to get us 2 first. That's what I like to see. Shout out to Jose. Viva la raza. Jose Puerto Rican. So I forgot I don't know exactly what they say for the Puerto Rican people. I know the Mexicans. Eddie Guerrero was Mexican. And he said Viva la raza. But yeah, shout out to Jose. Jose from the Bronx though. So yeah, shout out to Uptown baby. We gets down baby for the crown baby. Yeah, shout out to Jose. Yeah, Jose got 2 threes off 2 passes from Zion. He had one that rimmed out actually. So really, oh yeah, Conan is Puerto Rican, right? Bing say they used to try to. Well, no, because Rey Mysterio's mariachi. I mean, I say mariachi. Oh my God, luchador. Rey Mysterio was luchador. But when he was with the Filthy Animals, they was kind of pushing Ray as Puerto Rican. I'm like, I'm pretty sure he's Mexican, but they were trying to push him as Puerto Rican. Just Sweet can say Jose for Lonzo. Nah, man. I think it's over for my brother Lonzo. I like Lonzo, man. Lonzo, cool guy, but I think it's over for Lonzo, dog. I just want picks for Jose. I don't even necessarily need a player back. If I can get McBride, cool, but I just want picks. I don't even really want a player back. Just give me 2-3 seconds and I'm cool. 2-3 seconds in a roster spot. Yeah, Trey, they put the rookies back in. Hopefully this league don't just deteriorate before our eyes like we've seen so many times before. Moneybag Q say, I think Moses Moody going to have a big second half of the season. You know what's funny? He kind of been in the doghouse after he bust our ass. It's crazy, though. Teams play the Pelicans, and certain guys just have these shooting, oh my God, just shooting fish in the barrel. And then you go on Twitter about a week later, and people are like, yeah, you can't keep playing Moses Moody in the starting lineup. He can't shoot. Like, well, the motherfucker hit 11 threes versus the Pelicans. He looked like he was doing all right. So, I don't know. But, yo, take a second, hit that like button for me, fam. Shout out to everybody in the building. Make sure you smash that like button while we in here. Hit the bell notification. We got some new content dropping. I'm cutting up this episode for the members right now as we speak. I'm in the building, in the house, stuck in here. I'm probably going to be stuck in the house till like Tuesday or Wednesday. It's ugly. It's ugly. It is ugly, man. H. Bizzle say Jose up to 2 first in a pick swap. Oh, yeah. At minimum, 2 unprotected first and a pick swap from the Wizards. J-Max say Jose seen the rumors and said, I'd be damned if it's him that gets dished. You still gone. Oh, yeah, Jose can't wait to go. I ain't going to lie, boy. Jose can't wait to be in Brooklyn. Well, New York. He can't wait to be back in New York with the Knicks. You know what I'm saying? And it almost seems kind of inevitable. I would be surprised if he got sent somewhere else, though. It would be a little funny. But because he can still opt out and, I guess, make his way to New York. Chris Gray said, where did Fred Vincent go? He's in Detroit. Fred Vincent's in Detroit. If I'm not mistaken, he's in Detroit. And the Pelicans, ironically, got someone from Detroit a former Detroit player, Jody Meeks. Oh my God. Way to go, Derek. Just like that, Derek gives up a 3. Pelicans, no, let's say Chaz, what you think about the Pelicans getting Ja? I like the idea. Chris Gray say, nice finish over Wemby by Zion. Would you consider Scoop be a source in the know with the Pels? It's tough to say because right now, as it pertains to the Pelicans, a lot of the information is coming more so from the third parties. It's not coming from the Pelicans necessarily. The Pelicans run a really tight ship as far as letting information leak out. I think the most obvious thing that came out with the Pelicans was, oh my God, Derek. Another turnover by Derek, y'all. The most obvious thing that came out with the Pelicans was the Derek Queen thing. And, yeah, that's a clear foul. Most obvious thing that came out was the Derek Queen thing. But aside from that, Pelicans don't really let a lot of shit leak out. That's why if you notice with some of the people that cover the Pelicans, they kind of, it looked like Poole about to get a DNP. That's really disrespectful, to be honest. It's really unnecessary. I think it's kind of some bullshit. But yeah, it is what it is. If you notice how some people in the media they criticize this current front office regime with not being as vocal or as communicative with oh my God, how did he make that? Oh, that's bullshit, son. That is bullshit. That's bullshit. Yeah, I mean, oh, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, Carlo kind of chicken winged them, but say Chaz, they probably would keep Borrego, but I also think Rajon Rondo. Oh, I think if Rondo was willing to come to the Pelicans, they would do that in a heartbeat. Back-to-back fouls on Carlo. I think Wemby. Honestly, I am not a fan of Wemby, dog. I'm not a fan of Wemby. I think if Wemby was like, I don't know. Wemby one of them people to me that just, if Wemby wasn't 7'5", I think Wemby would be a real mediocre player. I'm not a fan of Wemby, honestly. Chris Gray said Toronto could use a bucket like Poole, that man in the Deutsche Chamber again. Well, I don't want to take on Emmanuel Quickley's contract, to be honest. Say Jose going to Toronto. They like glizzies out there. Oh man, we lucky the Spurs missing so many free throws. The Spurs have missed about 4 or 5 free throws at this point. Well, like Louisiana gal said, if the Pelicans are indeed, if they ain't tripping on taking on longer term money, that makes sense for somebody like Quickly potentially, or somebody like oh, that was a nice move right there by Eve. That was a nice move by Eve. Go back up at that motherfucker, Eve. Fuck it. Good defense by Wemby, but go back up at him. Shit. Good hustle. Good hustle, boy. Good fucking hustle, Eve. But yeah, like Emmanuel Quickly, he got a long-term deal. I would strongly advocate for them not to do that. Then you got who else? Sabonis makes a lot of sense. If they really want to lean into that slow rebuild like Mark Spears is, reporting, it would make a lot of sense for them to go ahead and take on Sabonis' deal. Prepare says, I've been saying we need Rondo a head coach. I like Ja Fuzz, but I prefer LaMelo. I almost wonder if LaMelo is really on the block. I think LaMelo is the dude who probably get traded in the offseason, because when he's been available, aside from that one stinker he put up, when he's been available, he's played well this season. I really like Charles Lee, man. I wish the Pelicans could have got Charles Lee, bro. Seriously, I really do. Say Eve up to 7 boys. He hustling. Yeah, man. Eve balling, man. I think this is increasing Eve's trade value. I think you could get a first for Eve. And if Eve's evaluation is a first, they letting the Spurs get away with all kind of physicality, and they calling every bullshit thing they can on the Pelicans, because the Spurs are being extremely physical and getting away with it. But if Eve's evaluation is indeed a first round pick, even if it's a later first round pick, that should be more than enough to get you Ben Mathurin, in my opinion. Eve and Hawkins, because oh my God, Carlo. Jesus Christ, Carlo. Carlo's having a rough fucking night. Seriously. H. Mitchell says a trade finalized, a Poole got quietly suspended. Ugh. I don't think he got suspended. But with Dotson saying, now Dotson is in the building with Memphis. And Dotson was the first person to report about, and he did it on my show. Shout out to Dotson, man. That's why you should become a member. Dotson was the first person to report the Pelicans' interest in Ja Morant. That's why you got a person like me. I'm gonna ask you the real motherfucking question. You on my show. So he reported the Pelicans' interest in Ja Morant, and if he's saying he wouldn't be shocked if something happened in like 36 hours or relatively soon, even if it's not 36 hours, if it's relatively soon, then that is certainly saying something. Man, we might have to play the DeAndre Jordan tonight, because you can't play Derek too much out here, and Carlo is getting abused out there. You might have to really tell Looney. But this the perfect game for somebody like Looney. Because the Spurs ain't out there running and gunning. You can put Looney on Cornette. Like, don't overthink this shit, man. Good shit, Trey. Boy, Trey, what was that? I thought Trey was about to try to dunk that shit. Like, come on, man. Let me see. Spectacular Answer said, I really like E. Why isn't he starting next to DQ with Dead Set on starting DQ? I don't know because, I mean, to me, the most, I don't want to be an asshole about it, but the most obvious answer for the last 2 years has been you shouldn't be starting Herb. Now, I don't really know exactly. That's a good defense by Trey. He still got beat off the dribble relatively easy, but that was good defense by Trey to start. To me, you just shouldn't be starting Herb. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Say, how would Ja make the books look with the money? It depends on what the deal was. If it was just for Ja making about $40 million next year. If it's just for Ja, boy, that was a nice fucking step through. That was a nice ass step through by Fears. But see, the thing, Chris Gray, you say buy low on Ivy. Ivy due for a contract extension. He due for a contract extension. He having a bit of a down season as well, but he's due for a contract extension also. Well, what's that? And what's your Shane? What's that in Donnell? He said getting KCP and Matthew would help shooting. Yeah, KCP having a down year, but like again, his contract not that long, so it wouldn't be a big deal. If he just have one decent year, it's like, all right, now you can go on about your business, KCP. He having a bit of a down year though. That motherfucker always play all right when he played the Pelicans though. Yeah, but Ja wouldn't fuck up the money too much, because take into consideration Poole making about $34 million next year, if I'm not mistaken. Then you got You got Murray's contract at about 30 million next year. So if you could find a way to move off that 60 plus million, oh, big fucking and one right there by Sadiq Bey. If you could find a way to move off those two big money contracts and you taking back Ja and another short term mid salary, you should be all right. Another good thing is the Pelicans currently not in the tax. So that's a good thing. That's why I really would advocate for moving Jose. If I can't get Tyree Eason, if I could just move Jose for picks alone, I would be thrilled with that because the Pelicans need to create a roster spot. So if you can move Jose and Hawkins and create a roster spot, you'll be all right. Chris Grayson, who gets introduced last? Trey Zion, Ja Queen. I don't think you got to worry about Derek being introduced last at all. I think it would have to be Zion still. It'll still be Zion, I think, in the short term. Cause I think Joe Dumas, that is a really good closeout by Fierce. I think boy, that was did y'all see that box out by Eve Meesey just now? Eve Meesey had that motherfucker in the cripple of crossface. That was a great box out by Eve Meesey. Is it Poole and Looney? Now that's the thing about having that Looney. Oh, let's go Eve! Let's go Eve! I told y'all about Eve. The thing with Poole and with Looney $8 million expiring. That's why a lot of people bitched about the Looney. Great fucking defense, Trey. The thing about Looney $8 million expiring contract. So if you attached him to Jordan Poole, I believe that's enough to get the deal done for Ja, and they could just waive Looney this offseason, and Jordan Poole would be an expiring at that point. So nah, Don, that was a good defensive stop. They with the physicality they've been letting them get away with on the other end. That was a good defensive possession by Trey. That was good hands by Trey. They just called a bullshit foul. Say, Chaz, you saying Ja will come to the Pelicans in the next 36 hours? No, I'm not saying that, Pelicans, Nola. I'm saying that my boy Dotson reported that he wouldn't be surprised if a trade happened. Now, that trade could not be with the Pelicans. That trade could be with any of the other 28 NBA teams aside from Memphis and New Orleans. That it also could just be no trade. You know what I'm saying? But this reminds me a lot of the Boogie Cousins situation as time goes on. Shit, Boogie Cousins got traded at All-Star Weekend. Like, he got traded during a press event. Oh, boy. Wemby can't fuck with Zion. Wemby cannot fuck with Zion. Zion got to keep taking that Wemby matchup personal. He got to keep taking that Wemby matchup personal. Good defense right there. Another rebound by Meesey. Boy, Meesey might have a fucking 20-rebound game. Get off of me! Attack that motherfucker, man! Yo, everybody in the building, hit the like button, fam. Smash that like button for me. Shout out to everybody in the building. Yes, indeed. We in here. We in here, man. Yeah, KCP is the clutch client. Zach LaVine, Fred VanVleet. I do think the most likely scenario, if DeJounte is traded, another clutch client going to be involved, in my opinion. That's why I think Fred VanVleet for DeJounte in some form makes sense. DeJounte in some form. Prepare the Royal Baggage say, if Ja come, I only want to see us in Skeletons unis for the rest of the season. Hopefully, if they do get Ja, it's a big if, I hope they just do a full-on rebranding, man. Just get some new uniforms. This change this shit up, like, because this shit is stale. It is stale. It's flavorless. It's whack. Like, even with the Memphis, like, in-game experience, because I'm not a person. I don't be at many of the games. All I care about is winning. I don't give a fuck if you played in somebody's backyard as long as you was winning. Like, the thing, you can't be bad and just bunk. Like, you know what I'm saying? This shit is bunk right now. The thing with Memphis, boy, like, that was a nice ass shot by Wemby. Memphis was doing their motherfucking thing at one point. Like, they was having like the halftime Memphis wrestling shit. That shit was fly. To me, that shit was cold. That's a nice To me, that shit was cold. When they was doing like they had the wrestling ring in the arena. That was some fly shit. Now, what I thought was a little bit too much was the shit Atlanta was doing. Like, motherfuckers getting their haircut on courtside. That's a little too much. That's gonna get us back in, that's gonna get us back in Jim Crow. That's going a little too hard, like in the paint. You don't need to do all that. You don't need to do all that. Even I object to that. And I'm soul brother number one. But still, there's a way to make things fun and interesting without you just jumping the fucking shark. You feel me? You said that was a skit? J. Cal, I hope that was a skit. Because that was the wildest shit I ever seen. I said, oh no. Oh no. This is a tad bit too much. This is some boondock shit. Bruce says, I ain't heard Ja coming. Well, shit. I'd have felt a lot better about yesterday's game, boy, if Ja would have got on that plane with the Pelicans. If Ja would have just got on that plane with the Pelicans and Ja was on the sideline right now in San Antonio, even if they were saying, oh, we don't expect Ja to play much the rest of this season, I'd have still been like, cool. Like, whatever. We going into next year, like, we just focus on the offseason now. We just trying to shed dead weight now. JK said, you watch Power Force? Nah, I ain't watched Force yet. I ain't watched Force yet. I plan on getting into it. Because Tommy was my favorite character of Power. So I plan on getting into Power. I wanted them to really do something with Councilman Tate, just because I'm a fan of Lorenz Tate. Just rebrand this shit. Like, it's look, you gave it a nice, honest college try. It's time to move on. Oh, yeah, T. Grant sitting on the bench next to Currency. T. Grant might have too much energy to be sitting next to Currency, though. T. Grant going to be behind that dude. T. Grant going to be sitting next to that dude that be sitting behind Antonio Daniels. Currency energy and T. Grant energy don't really match up. Like, Currency too laid back. To Eve for to get us Matherin and a pick. I hope so. If they do end up moving Eve, because Eve my dog, I think Eve a very quality rotational big. But if this is business. I don't mean no disrespect. This is business. Prepare to roll back and say, I think we should build a brand new arena by the river. People can watch the ferry, the shops, the restaurants, open longer. We need to rebrand the whole city. But I like that idea in theory. I just think, and this is what I mean by the realization of being in a kind of questionable market is that, let me refresh this, make sure everything's working. Being in like a questionable market is, man, I don't know if I even trust us. That arena wouldn't be, we'll go through about 4 or 5 presidents before we get that arena. I ain't gonna lie, dog, because I remember, like, I had a partner working at the Four Seasons. Like, he was a part of the construction. He was one of the engineers for the Four Seasons. We went to Barcadia. We was like, man, let's go get some lunch, man. He's like, all right. So we met up at Barcadia. We like, what's going on with the Oh, huge shot right there by Trey. I'm like, man, what's going on with the construction? He like, boy, I'm about to push this out as long as I can push this. It's about to be like 5-6 years. I'm making a career out of this. I'm like, God damn. That's like even with what was it, Hard Rock Hotel? Like, man, boy, motherfucker turn that into a career. That'll be the new NASA. Damn, that was a big shot by Vassell on her. Bruce said then after Ja, you start working on Sabonis. Exactly, Bruce. Exactly. That's what you do. He said we drag shit downhill. Yeah, 504. They got people still living in motherfucker Katrina trailers. Like, boy, well, you'll think that shit was yesterday. Go to St. Bernard Parish and tell motherfucker Katrina was about 20 years ago. They'd be like, you lying. It would be like Juneteenth. They didn't even know they was free. All the way, Trey. Good up fake. Get in there, ho. Ah! That was a good up fake, though. Good pump fake. All right, be ready. Box out. Be ready to box out. But yeah, boy. I love my city. I just try to keep it a buck. Great defense, Eve. Great fucking lockdown defense. That's lockdown defense by Eve. Lockdown defense by Eve. My bad. Spectacular Insight said, I graduated civil engineering in 2022 at UNO and my teacher was on the news for Hard Rock Hotel collapse. Yeah, bro, like, go hustle, Eve. Go hustle, Eve! It ain't work out, but go hustle. Yeah, bro, like, I mean, just being real, it's tough. It's tough with certain things in New Orleans. Whoa, what's happening with your beanie? Shout out to you. Welcome aboard. Chris Gray said Kings have put Sabonis back to start and they got to show he's good to go. Yeah, I think tonight he had like 2 fouls in the first 30 seconds or some shit like that. Something along those lines. But he was barely getting run the last couple of games. I mean, I guess one could say because he's fresh off an injury. Oh, another huge shot by Sadiq Bey. Huge shot by Sadiq Bey. Now, let's end this. We got to end this with a stop. Let's end this with a stop and a bucket. Preferably just a stop, though. We don't need a bucket, but let's just end it with a stop. Great defense right there by Yves Missi to not foul. He gave up the dribble penetration, but he stayed, pretty much upright and vertical. Great might be a strong word. It was a decent defense, so I can't foul nobody. Give it, Trey, give it up. All right, hold for the last shot, Zion. Last shot. Last shot right here. Last shot. Screen. Give it up. Wemby, you can't do nothing with me. You can't do nothing with me. Finish him. You can't do nothing with me. You can't do nothing with me. Fuck he think he is. Can't do nothing with me. Are you crazy? Bald head, scallywag, ain't got no hand or back, jailed up, weaved up, your hair's messed up. Get your bald head ass out of here, boy. Think this is? I'm a gorilla on a hoe. Can't do nothing with me. Scrawny bitch. But Bruce said, Chaz, I think Missi contract is good enough to where you can keep him play behind Sabonis. Well, good hustle, good hustle. Oh no, Micah! That was good hustle by Herb, but Micah, you gotta grab that rebound, son. Micah gotta grab that rebound right there. Said Wemby, the chess player, but he ain't figured Zion out yet. I think Wemby just tall, honestly, though. Wemby's good. Like, don't get it fucked up. I think Wemby's good, but I don't think Wemby is like a pound for pound player. I think Wemby just 8 feet tall, honestly. They play him too much like Porzingis. They play him too much like Porzingis. He gonna have a problem putting on weight. But Wemby in the restricted area, animal. Like that size, that length, and that agility, he's an animal. But they play him along the perimeter too much. They play him like KP. Oh my bad. It's a good call by the refs. Thanks. I'll take it. Say Zion been more active on the boards lately too. Whoa, what's up with you, Calvin? How you doing, fam? Fist of Black Star, what's happening with you? All the way, Zion! Ah, that was halfway down. Ah! That was good. It's a good end to the half, though. Good end to the half. And Spectacular Insight said, who's better, Yao or Wemby? Ooh. Yao was a lot stronger than Wemby. But Wemby's more agile than Yao. I think Wemby got more upside. Yao was cold though. That's the thing, bro. I don't know. Yao's career was cut short. His career was cut short. So it's tough to really say, but Wemby is a lot more agile than Yao, in my opinion. Chris Gray say Wemby the chess player. Okay, I read that one. Fist of Black Star say we ain't holding shit. Yeah, Wemby, I don't think he can do nothing with Zion right now, honestly. That is on Zion to stay aggressive and then for them to keep giving him the ball, though. You know, that's the thing. I would like to keep Missi preferably. I do like the idea of Ben Mathurin, though. I think Ben Mathurin come in and average 20 points. And you need three-point shooting desperately. If it was a way for me to keep Missi and, add Sabonis, I would. Or if a way for me to keep Missi. Because here's how I look at it. You can add 2 of the 3 of these players. You can add Ja, Sabonis, and Mathurin. You can get 2 of the 3. If it came down to it, I probably would get Ja and Mathurin versus Sabonis because I feel like I can get a couple solid rotational bigs. But you can't have... If you get Ja and Sabonis, you're going to have to find some dirt cheap shooting from somewhere. And I just don't know how you do that right now. Like, it'll get tough to find shooting, truthfully. Phone blowing out a whole lot. Was Frank at UNO then? Oh, hey, shout out to Chris Gray. He said, was Frank at UNO then Spectacular? My brother texted me. Let's see. My bad. Shout out to Jess in the building. Say Zay, B, Trey, and Missi. Yeah, them boys balling. Whoa, what's happening with you, most hated? What's happening with you? D-Way say Zion treating Wemby like Rudy Gobert. Yeah, he got to keep that physicality up, especially while they're not calling it. Because at some point, they're going to start calling offensive fouls on Zion. Calvin Dennis say also D. Cuban got awful lately, Chaz. We could have given up AJ, I guess you're talking about AJ. I don't know how to say AJ last name. Basta for him. Well, hopefully it doesn't end up, in the top 3 that pick. Honestly, how I feel about DQ at this point, I don't think I would have traded the top 7 pick. Honestly, I don't know. The DQ kind of a player I would have rather watch when the Pelicans played against him versus on the team. He's a very hard watch. It's a very difficult watch. And I just think I don't know, man. I still hope everything works out, but I just don't. Boy, this is the worst halftime performance I've ever seen in my life. This is the worst halftime performance I've ever seen in my life, and I've seen a motherfucking dog playing with a yo-yo. This is the worst halftime performance I've ever seen in my life. But I'd rather see a donkey on a dirt bike. But yeah, I don't know, son. I don't know. I don't know. It's tough. It's tough to really hit home runs in the draft. But when you're what's happening with your 504? What's happening with your fresh? Skull, what's happening with your homie? Chung in the building. What up, Chung? It's just tough, dog, because I just feel like DQ, the upside just ain't there, like, in my opinion. So he really has to cut down on the mistakes and polish his game and become a much better shooter. And even then, you have to ask yourself, how efficient can he really be? I think he has to be a pass-first guy. Maybe you could kind of position him to be a version of Draymond Green offensively, and defensively, I think defensively you got to just put him in the post against kind of heavier centers. Honestly, like it's just tough, dog. Like I want to be real optimistic about him. It's just tough when I'm watching him play recently. I know a lot of people like kind of scared to criticize him, but it's like, dog, I can only really say what I'm seeing, bro. Like it look kind of bad. Honestly, it looked real bad. 99 dog, what's happening? Spectacular say when we coming to NO. If they get Ja, I'll definitely be coming down there. I'll definitely be joining. I just don't know when, bro. Honestly, I haven't done much traveling either. I haven't done much traveling lately. Because Gray said they're ready to pull out of here. Whew, it looked like he might be on the first thing smoking at halftime. Jess, what happened? My bad, I missed the thing. Say don't want Poole to get injured before he traded. That could be the situation, Jess. That could be with that report coming out about school. Because there's no way that you just go to not playing Poole whatsoever, especially after what happened last game. Because Poole played well last game. He played relatively well. So for you to just go to not playing him at all, it's kind of interesting. It's kind of telling. Walter Few said, man, when Zion goes to the locker room like that, he's injured. I think he was just frustrated that he missed that shot. Honestly, Wealthy Few. Because he missed a free throw, then he went and missed that shot. Mark Woods, what's happening with you? He says Zion playing with great effort so far. The team is feeding off it. Yeah, man, got to continue. They playing well defensively. They're not giving up many offensive boards. And that's really one of the backbreaking things to the Pelicans. Like, honestly, the Pelicans, like for example, right now, the Spurs are missing free throws and they're missing, like, some wide open jumpers. But the Pelicans not giving up second chance opportunities. If the Pelicans was a solid defensive rebounding team, they probably have twice as many wins right now. Because you just not giving teams more and more and more and more opportunities to bust your ass. Look, I got a partner. My partner always... never mind. I don't want to put him out there like that. He might be watching the show. Shout out to my partner, though. That bitch is dumb. He said, what's the best way? You know what? No, I'm thinking out loud. My bad, y'all. D5 the Great said, I still rock with DQ. He's a rookie. He got room to grow. Yeah, I don't know how much room he got to grow, though, to be honest. That's the only thing. Say 22 wins, match this season 504. That sound about fair, to be honest, 504. That sounds reasonable, all things considered. That might be the high, to be honest. Yeah, the pool party looking like it might be frozen tonight. I don't really like how they handling the pool situation. Because even if you was just gonna put him in catch and shoot situations, just put him in catch and shoot situations if you don't want him on ball. But I don't think the solution is playing Jose and Fears lineups. That seems kind of asinine. But I mean, I don't know. Most hated. I don't. It's early. Most hated. See, I'm glad we finally putting belt to ass. It's early. I hope it continues though. Louisiana Gale said John Mathurin will be cheaper. Yes, I agree as well. Because with Ja being at the 40s next year, if I'm not mistaken, Ben probably gonna be like early 20s, maybe like 21 million or something like that. But you can't take on $80 million in salary in John Sabonis and then go find shooting. It'll be really tough. It'll be really, really tough. Lee Sandover said y'all used to push Shaq to the limit. Oh yeah, y'all and Shaq, that was a hell of a matchup. Now that was like later in the year, Shaq. I think Orlando Shaq would have put y'all through the fucking rim. But y'all was still cold-blooded. Like, there's no way around it. Ashton said, big dog, I'm stuck at work. Let me know some good news about this game. Shout out to Ashton in the building. He said, let him know some good news. Well, right now, they swarming on defense. Eve Meesey playing like a big dog, getting the rebounds. Zion smacking motherfuckers, acting a fool. Trey hit some big shots. Sadiq Bey, his offensive game is still hot right now. Carryover from last game. Jose hit a couple big threes. He's had some solid minutes. So far, everything's been solid. DQ been pretty bad. Carlo been pretty bad. Both of them kind of in foul trouble. Fears, he's been middle of the road. Hopefully he can continue to attack the rim efficiently. But we're not getting a lot of free throw calls. He said Michael Morgan said Poole didn't go back to the locker room at halftime. He on court laughing with the fans. Oh, yeah, Poole might be out of here. He might be out of here. Damn. Spectacular Insight say, we'd be a playing team, but we were good at rebounding free throws, Shutter. Yeah. I mean, I think they solid at free throws. If they was better rebounding, then I think they would at least have 18 wins. Like, that was my hope. Like, if you can have 18 wins right now, you give yourself a real chance moving forward, but it's tough. Jagger, what happened with you? He said, why no Poole in his trash? Well, Poole seems to be on the outs with Borrego on the coaching staff. Been on the outs pretty much since he's arrived. Shout out to Slim South 400. Y'all hit that like button. Hit the like button. I appreciate you, Slim South. And he may be getting traded. They've made no secret that he's available in trade talks. At this point, it's been reported by several people. I think that even has more to do with his relationship with the team versus his play. I think it's gotten to the point where it's just like, look, this is just not a good deal for anybody. We didn't really give up anything good to get you. You're here. You know what I'm saying? It's not working out. That's fine. You know, somewhere, you know, where you could be happy at. That's potentially what's going on. But also, him being expiring this offseason, in my opinion, would be the best time to trade him. Because I think that's when that contract would be the most valuable. Bree say, not sure how this helps Poole's value on the trade block, especially with the internet narratives. Yeah, I think at this point in the season, though, people kind of view some of these players as like, with Jordan Poole, I don't think the narrative is going to change at him. I think he's kind of like the butt of the joke for too many people, league wide. He's like JaVale McGee at this point. He's like JaVale McGee. To where it's like, that's always gonna follow him. Now some of his play on the court doesn't help the narrative, but that's, you know, some of that is just always gonna follow him, in my opinion. Easy say 1 to 10. How likely is it Ja traded? I mean, probably a 7. It's just all about who he's traded to. Probably a 7 though, because it's kind of. I used to say this when I was on other show, like. Even with Giannis, it gets to the point where it's like, we got to do what's best for the team moving forward. And Memphis got Cam, they got Spencer, they got Williams, Gigi Jackson, Coward, Jaren Jackson Jr. They about to have another top 10 pick probably. It's kind of getting to the point where it's like, all right, Ja, you know, you don't really play anyway. Do we need you here? Like, it's kind of getting to that point, sadly. Lewis Johnson says the whole team need to be in the weight room and stay off the effing floor. They act like you got to hit the floor every time you lay up while they getting up. The other team already down the floor. Yeah, that's a good point as well. Mark Wood says Zion got to continue to attack after field goal percentage. Facts. Just keep attacking, man. And if you're the coaching staff, force him to attack. Don't let him rest and give him an out like, all right, Zion, you know, you did enough. We're not gonna give you the ball these next 2 possessions. No, force him, force the issue. Give him the ball ad nauseum. Make him quit. Basically, make him be like, all right, yo, I took 20 shots. Oh, what's the point here? Like, you know, make him, you know what I'm saying? Force the issue, man. Fuck, what we doing here? Let's keep pushing. So that's trying to get 2 in a row the second half. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. You got to extend this lead. You up 9 right now. You got to push it to like 15 going into the fourth, honestly. Especially if they start raining down them threes and the Pelicans start turning the ball over. Just say it would be the Pels' luck that you play Poole and he get injured. Yeah, that's kind of how things go with the Pelicans. That's like when Herb played against the Lakers and twisted his fucking ankle. You're like, okay, what kind of shit is this? Exposing the truth said Ja not leaving. Lala said I would like Ja here. His personality fits the city. Oh, yeah. Ja, shit, he actually be in the city for real, for real. Whoa, what's that with your B. Thomas? He said how the first half went. The first half went well. Zion attacked Wemby a lot. Sadiq Bey, his hot streak is continuing. Trey made some good plays. Eve Messi out there balling. So it went well. It's all about the carryover now. All about the carryover. Cam said Toronto up 4 on OKC. Half we giving them the belt Tuesday on guys. Talking about OKC. Whoo, potentially. OKC. But Toronto got the best injury luck this season, dog. Toronto been like my second team, low-key. They played, who they played? 2 games in a row. They played like injured like the Toronto did. They just not good. Like it's a weird thing. But they got like one of the healthiest fucking rosters, all things considered. You know how y'all keep playing these teams when they missing guys? I wish the Pelicans was in the East, dog. I really wish the Pelicans was in the East. Terry McCain say Poole going tomorrow. That he gone? I wouldn't be shocked with him not playing at all tonight. With him not playing at all tonight, and it wasn't he wasn't out. He's available, and he not playing at all tonight. I would not be shocked, boy. If tonight his last night, I just wouldn't be shocked. I just wouldn't be shocked. Exposing Truth say people already say if Ja got traded, they not coming to the games no more. Nah, they're not gonna lose the entire fan base. People always say that exposing the truth. People always say that shit. It's like when Chris Paul got traded from the Hornets. People like, oh, that's it for me. Like, yeah, all right. 12 years later. No, when he got traded? It's damn near 20 years later. The motherfucker still at the games. People always say that. I do know Memphis had some attendance issues anyway prior to that. But I still think people go. I can't believe Casey Hill's still with this organization, bro. I can't believe. No, they've been trying to get rid of Casey Hill for a long time, son. They really have, man. Seriously. This dude is still here. What the fuck happened? Oh my God, Trey Mr. Motherfucking Tech. What happened? Oh my God. Trey. We could have pushed the motherfucking lead to 10. Trey Mr. Tech coming out of halftime. Darren Fox had got a tech at the end of the quarter. That's why I don't like those techs at the end of the quarter. Because it's a broken rhythm. If it's a tech at the end of the quarter, just give me the ball before we go into the tunnels. Like let's do this before we go into the tunnels while I still got my, you know what I'm saying, my game speed and shit going. I still got my momentum and shit going. That's kind of unfair to Trey, but you still got to make that, Trey. No contact on that screen right there. You got Wemby on. Oh, all right. This is a tough matchup right here. Yeah, I didn't like that. I didn't like that play. I did not like that play coming out of halftime. I didn't like that. I didn't like that coming out of halftime. Yeah, they should be on the East. Fuck, we literally in Southeast Louisiana. Yeah, Trey got to make that one, though. He got to make that one. You could have pushed it to a double-digit lead. Oh, Trey, what are you doing, brother? Trey, what you doing? All right. That was bad. That was a really bad possession by Trey Murphy right there. We go down the other end. We give up 2 free throws. That was a really bad possession by Trey Murphy right there. You had Zion under the rim in the dunking spot. You kind of faked the handoff, lost possession of the ball. That was bad. That was bad. Can y'all see everything? Everything good? Let me know. Damn, Castle only got 3 points? I hope he don't motherfucking wake up. Nola Vic said, why not take a few free throws right out of the tunnel if you know you have a tech to shoot? Maybe they didn't know. Jeffrey Williams, what's good? Say what's good, Chaz. Can't see Jordan Poole haven't played yet. Does that mean Poole's getting traded? I don't know. But it is kind of bizarre that he's not playing at all. It is kind of bizarre that he hasn't played whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Considering the report that came out, if you consider that a report, that came out today with Scoot, it's kind of interesting. Good pass. That was a really nice pass by Derek. Oh my God. Give it to Zion! Oh my God. Thank God, Herb. That was a terrible motherfucking shot, boy. That went in. Lord, that was a terrible shot. Roy Baggett said New Orleans Jazz starting in the East. That's what gives me hope they'll move back when the expansion happens. Yeah, I'm hoping the expansion happens sooner than later. That was terrible defense right there by Trey. That was really bad defense by Trey. I'm hoping the expansion happens sooner than later. With Vegas and who's the other team? Potentially Seattle. Now I will say if Seattle win the Super Bowl, if Seattle go to the Super Bowl and win, that's gonna be more eyes on that city, and they really gonna try to get them a team. Like they really gonna try to get them a team. Let Seattle go to that motherfucking Super Bowl and win. They gonna really try to get them a team. Matter of fact, what's the score to the game? Somebody give me the score to the Rams Seattle Seahawks game. I hate both of them teams, but I guess I want Seattle to go if I had to pick anybody, because fuck the Rams, right? All right, we running point Herb. Okay. Attack him! No, Zion. See, you letting them off the hook, Zion. You letting them off the hook. Go at Wemby, man. Go at that motherfucker. Don't let him off the hook. Okay. Break it down. Go up. Ah! Little bitty asshole. She think this is, man. 17-13 Seahawks. Second half just started. Shout out to my boy X. What's up with X? I didn't know you was in here. Shout out to your homie. All right, slow it down, Herb. Slow it down. Wide open. Let's see. Ah! I ain't mad at that shot. I usually don't like them pull-up threes. Oh, let it go. I usually don't like them pull-up threes Sadiq do at halftime, but say move OKC to the Southwest Division and move us in Memphis to the Southeast, Charlotte, Northeast Division, Minnesota Central, Seattle takes their spot, and Vegas takes old OKC spot. Shit, I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it at all. Beanie Ball say Queen. Oh my God, Zion killing these dudes. Oh my God. He's killing these dudes. Zion playing like he think he getting traded. I don't know. Casey Hill sounded drunk during that little halftime interview. He probably was. Probably fucking scotch. No, matter of fact, this is probably what he was on. He probably on that Shinola. This keep you warm during the winter, y'all. Keep you warm. I'm just playing. This ain't no damn Shinola. But it's funny. Look, my girl, she had bought some moonshine one time. She thought she bought some moonshine, right? It was a big ass full jar. I was like, babe, that's not how moonshine is. So you might get some white lightning about this much in a fucking bottle that a motherfucker got buried under a tree somewhere that's supposed to last for 10 years. This girl bought a big jar. I'm like, babe, that's not no moonshine. Like, come on. Kuyan said Zion owns Wemby. Well, if he can finish this game with a victory, because Zion he's playing like he's trying to get some new shoes. He got to finish this game with a victory. Zion wants to play with John Nola. I hope so. Look, I hope Joe told him, look, if you go out there tonight and prove that you somebody we should go add talent around, I'll go get him for you tomorrow, big dog. If he told Zion that, then Zion's stepping up to the plate right now. Jeffrey Williams says Eve Meese had 10 boards in the first half. Why is he in trade rumors? He's kind of been on the outs with the organization. Well, not the organization, with the coaching staff. Hasn't been getting a ton of minutes. And, he's one of the guys that Dumars didn't draft. I'm sure Dumars and Weaver would like to keep him if possible, but he's one of your only avenues to adding shooting. You know what I'm saying? Personally, if it came down to keeping Herb or keeping Eve, I'm moving Herb. That's just me. But, it's the cost of doing business. Maybe they feel like they can go out there and I like Eve. I do think Eve has an easily replaceable skill set, though, much like her. I don't think it would be hard to replace Eve. But I like Eve, though. I appreciate what he brings to the game when he plays. Bree says Spurs can be OKC, but not the little old Pelicans. Man, the Pelicans should be The Pelicans should be 3-0 versus Spurs right now. They blew a double-digit lead the second game of the season. Lost in overtime. Like, the Pelicans should be like 3-0 versus the Spurs, if I'm not mistaken. Josh said, yo, Chaz, can you send Bay and Meesey to OKC? We need some upgrades. I can't do it, Josh. I can't do it. Unless y'all got about 2.5 firsts. Y'all got about 2 firsts. 2 firsts and a swap. I say, let's talk turkey. OKC, I know y'all dealing with some injuries, though. That's one of the things I always say with a team like OKC. It's really the war of attrition. Because you come out of the gates fast. You just had like what 2-3 playoff runs in a row. The way you playing a lot of basketball, it's really the war of attrition. It's really the war of attrition. That's one of the reasons why like certain players who injured a lot, they'll come into a game and you be like, wow, they got fresh legs, and they might go on a run. It's like, yeah, because motherfucker ain't been playing. Like while everybody else has been playing, he been chilling. Like he been resting with a fucking shoulder injury. You don't gotta help. You don't gotta help DQ. Yeah, I'm about to say don't help on Wemby in the post because Wemby can shoot over a motherfucker, but I don't think he about to power through nobody. That's a good pass by Trey. That bitch was. Oh, I thought that was a bucket by Sadiq Bey. You got to get Zion the ball right there though. You got to get Zion the ball. Zion got to pay attention to Fox in that corner right there too. That's a good foul by Herb. I ain't mad at that. Cam said the first game against the Spurs actually pissed me off. They sold so bad. Yeah, bro. They sold, bro. That was Trey going under the screen. Trey going under the screen, I think, on Castle. And Castle hit that motherfucking game time 3. Terrible. Jesse might be easy to replace, but who you replacing Meesey with? Well, I guess it just depends on who's available in the offseason. Like, you look at what Garza is doing in Boston. I mean, you might draft someone. Maybe you have interest in the guy like, a distressed asset like Derek Lively. The thing that make Yves Meesey such an attractive asset is that he's still on that rookie scale deal and he's still really young. So it's like, oh man, this is, and when you're a team with a lot of big salaries like the Pelicans got, you need cheap, productive players. You can't have a big expensive motherfucker that can't play. Like, oh boy, they got the Pelicans stuck. Oh, that's a bailout 3 by Trey. That is a star fucking shot right there. That is a star shot right there. Because they had the Pelicans stuck on that perimeter. Oh, what are you doing? All right. I didn't like that right there. Fisted Blaster said Khalil Ware. I don't know, man. I think Khalil Ware is too expensive, dog. Like, I don't, because I know that Spo don't really, fuck off me. Oh, did y'all see that motherfucking split? Boy, that boy split that defense like a big dog. That was a monster split. Like, he split the defense incredibly just now. That was nice. That was very nice. Box out. Derek. Come on, Derek. You got to box out, homie. Derek, you got to box out. Oh, yeah, the Seahawks might got that one. Thank you, Pels Nola. Thank you, Pelicans Nola. Jay Black said we are buyers, not sellers at the deadline. It depends on what it is. You can do both, Jay Black. You can do both. Because if somebody's willing to if somebody call right now and say, I got 2 firsts for Herb right now, Herb probably gone. Like, I'm just being real. Nice midi by Herb. If somebody call right now and say, I got 2 firsts for Herb, Herb is probably gone. Like, just being real. Somebody call right now and say, I got 4 firsts for Trey. Trey's probably gone, y'all. Like, that's the reality of the situation. Whoa, most hated. Good hustle, Sadiq. Y'all TVs must be a little faster than mine. That was a fucking and one, man. Y'all TV might be faster than mine. Yes, we extended the lead, man. Got it to 19, y'all. Got it to 19. We doing good. See, this all starts with securing the defensive rebound. Trey hitting big shots. Zion taking no prisoners, dog. Zion taking no prisoners. Your star players, your money makers are showing up. Zion balling, taking no prisoners. Sadiq Bey contributing at a high level. Herb Jones got you 7 points. And that's major for him. Fuck, he averaging 9. So he got you 7 already, playing solid defense. Trey, I can't believe Trey only got 12 points. I would have thought Trey had like 20 points, honestly. I would have thought Trey had like 20 points. If I'm them, I'm playing Zion. I'm trying to extend this lead to I'm trying to get this lead to like 25 before I take Zion out, honestly. I'm trying to extend this lead. I'm not pulling Zion out right now. Pause. That sounded crazy. Yeah, they do look good. They definitely look good. Yeah, I think Zion might just be going straight. If he got dropped by Jordan, he might. Zion is he a? No, that's Nike. So, yeah, he might be going New Balance. He might be going New Balance with Therese Maxey. No, Kawhi. Let me see. Bruce say, Chaz, you got to admit this team is playing real good. Yeah, right now they playing real good. Yeah, they playing real good right now. Cam said this 10-man rotation is low-key moving me. The biggest, I'm telling y'all, not that we ain't been talking about this before. The biggest difference is Eve Messi getting consistent minutes, Zion playing well, Sadiq Bey playing well, and Trey playing well. Because you got guys hitting threes. Sadiq Bey and Trey hitting threes. You know what I'm saying? Sadiq Bey and Trey hitting threes, and that's really the difference maker. I mean, yeah, San Antonio missed a bunch of free throws and shit as well. But still, none of that matters. You got to do your part. Secure the defensive rebound and knock down opportunities when they present themselves. Like, the Pelicans not doing a bunch of silly-ass turnovers right now neither, because that's really what bites them in the ass. Because you can't lose the turnover possession battle, lose the rebounding possession battle, lose the three-point mat battle. You can't lose all those battles that lead up to you losing the game. And that's been an issue historically this season. Now, what you also can't do is rest on your laurels here. You got to keep pushing, trying to extend the lead. You can't start playing prevent fucking basketball. You got to push the lead here. Got to push the lead, got to push the line here. Don't start resting. Terry McCain said Jordan Brand better get Zion back soon. Whoa, what's happening with your sis boy Black? What happened to DQ? No, he playing. Ain't nothing going on with him. He playing. Jeffrey Williams says, should Queen go to the G League? I think he should go to the G League, personally. I think he should go to the G League. Jay Black said, somebody say 2 firsts and young players for Herb. Only OKC and San Antonio can do that. Yeah. I don't even need the young player. I think the Pelicans overplaying their hands. I think they're overplaying their hand because they feel like they can get that deal in the offseason. And it's like, yeah, in the offseason, you might could get a better first. Like, you might could get that's a big shot for San Antonio out of timeout right there. That's a big shot. I think in the offseason, you might could get more teams that are willing to be in the market for Herb Jones. Because as it currently stands, only like contenders would be. Whereas, what you got, DQ? DQ. Good hustle right there by Herb. Good hustle, Herb. Nice Euro, Herb. Nice Euro and finish, Herb. Nice Euro and finish at the rim, Herb. For DQ, I'm sorry, for Herb, you probably have more. I say a team like Washington, for example. They might be like, yo, we got Trae Young. They supposedly supposed to throw a lot of money at Walker Kessler. So if they got Trae Young and Walker Kessler, they might say, shit, we need a defensive wing to help Trae Young. Let's go get Herb Jones. So they might be willing to give you a first. And a first from Washington, I take that over 2 firsts from OKC. Yeah, some of their reports a little fast. I mean, some of y'all streams a little faster than mine. I'm watching on League Pass as well. Boy, I thought Zion about to shoot a 3 right there. I mean, who am I fooling? Oh, Trey, that was a bad look off right there. Oh, big shot right there. Big shot, DQ. That was a bad look off right there by Trey. But DQ knocked that midi down. Huge shot. Right now, everybody contributing. They got everybody contributing right now. Zion gamble for that steal. All right, good rebound by Herb. Good rebound by Herb. All right, you need a bucket right here. Don't turn it over. Damn. Ram scored already? Son of a bitch. All right, Zion over there parked in the corner. Zion, you gotta move and cut. Sadiq looking for Zion to cut. Zion not moving or cutting. Good bail, well, not bailout, but that was smart by Sadiq going through the contact. Because Herb and Zion standing on the left wing, not moving at all. Sadiq looking at Herb and Zion like, yo, what, y'all gonna move? Like, what the fuck y'all gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all just gonna stand there? And they really just stood there. But that was nice with Sadiq getting to the free throw line. You gotta knock him down, Sadiq. McVay and Stafford decided they're tired of fucking around on that drive. I ain't even realize Stafford was still there. That's how you know life not fair, dog. Drew Brees should have about 3 rings. No, he should have about 3 rings. Phillip Rivers never got a ring. Aaron Rodgers only got 1 ring. I think Brett Favre only got 1 ring. Like, life not fair. Peyton got 1 real ring. He got the other ring where he could barely fucking move with Denver. Sean Payton might be cursed too, yo. Oh, good defense right there. Good defense by Sadiq. I mean, I say Sadiq. By DQ. Good defense by DQ. Yeah, they got to keep extending this lead, man. You got to go into the fourth quarter with like a 25-point lead. Look at her eating off a man plate. Y'all see her eating off the plate, Mama Peavy? I bet y'all Papa Peavy was like, yo, you hungry? And Mama Peavy was like, nah, I don't want nothing. And now Mama Peavy eating off Papa Peavy plate. That's how it always happens. You sure you don't want nothing? Yeah, I'm good. I'm full. Like, all right. You get a plate. Mama eating off your plate. Nah, they just took Wemby out. Yo, it's funny. We did a show on this dude, Carter Bryant, bro. We did a show, Bree, on Carter Bryant. This dude, Carter Bryant, had a top 10 projection. Nobody knew who the fuck this dude was. This dude had the bonkest footage you ever seen from a college player. It was like, how the fuck does he got a top 10 projection? Oh, good hustle. Good hustle right there, Carlo. Like, who the fuck is this dude? Like, we had no idea who this dude Carter Bryant is. This dude Carter Bryant must got a cold-blooded agent because we had never heard of this motherfucker. Bruce, you said we need to be up by 15. No, I meant going into the fourth quarter. Yeah, you got to keep extending this lead. 20, I mean, it's the Pelicans. 20 ain't going to get it. You got to keep extending the lead. Keep extending the lead. Just keep building, man. Keep building. Don't start playing prevent offense because, you know, a couple threes go down, a couple turnovers. Nice, Fizz. Nice. Look, you just got to, this like that Denver game from earlier. All you got to do is run the clock out. This is run the clock out. Just keep them off you. Keep them off you with the jab and run the clock out. Good defense. Good defense. That was nice navigation of the screen right there by Trey. Great rebound by Micah Peavy. All right, now, Carlo, you got to get up there. You got to get up. You got to get up. Come on. Oh, Fierce missed the wide open pass. Fierce missed the wide open motherfucking alley right there, yo. Fierce missed the wide open alley to Carlo right there. Hands up, stay vertical. Great defense, DQ. Great defense. Hands up, stay vertical, didn't foul. That's great defense. Great defense. Terrible shot right there by Jeremiah Fierce. Terrible shot right there, but that was great defense by Derek Queen. Great defense. See, Derek doing all the little things correctly, bro. He doing all the little things correctly right now. He doing the things that he can control correctly. He playing within himself. He's not trying to overdo it. He made the right play. Vertical. Didn't foul. Meach. What was that in Meach? Yeah, Fierce. Once Fierce saw that ball go in, he should have knew he wasn't passing it. I should have knew that. Jay Black said, you're the only person that does a New Orleans Pelicans live game podcast. Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, look, now that I'm doing it, honestly, I wouldn't be shocked if other people start doing it. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate y'all support, man. Really do. Because it's been an ugly season, but we stand strong, man. Our heads are bloodied but unbowed. Oh, nice. That was too fucking strong, but I really like that drive. Let's go, Peavy! Look at Carlo. All right, that was smart. Carlo mistimed the jump. That was smart, though. But Carlo mistimed the jump. All right, now we got to get some more stops. Oh, he traveled. He fucking traveled. Be ready. Box out. Damn, bro. See, that's what I mean. That's how fast a lead can start dwindling down. Yep, JKL Invictus. I'm like the Mandela of this shit. Boy, I thought for sure he was about to pull up and shoot that. I'm talking about Carlo. I thought Carlo was about to shoot that. I was like, all right, Carlo, come sit down. That's enough. Say Looney going to be included in the trade. I think Looney, they might either let that money go off, but that's a valuable contract because that can help get somebody, at least $8 million off the books, especially if it's combined with another contract. Worst case scenario, they might just let Looney fall off the cap because they by them not being in the tax, the Pelicans got a lot of options. The only real issue the Pelicans got is for one, DeJounte not playing because he's injured, and for two, what the fuck did that? Oh, he called timeout. Oh. For one, DeJounte not playing because he's injured. And for two, they don't have a roster spot. So the Pelicans, for example, they can't do a deal like DeJounte for two bad players because they don't have a roster spot. You know what I'm saying? Not DeJounte, what's homie name? That DeAndre Jordan contract it's kind of bullshit. Like, I get it because you want him in the building, but and maybe he helped Eve Messi. I don't know. Maybe he's helping Eve. I don't know. But that contract taking up that roster spot is tough. Especially when you carrying over Jordan Hawkins. Like, it's tough because you got too many players who just unplayable. Don Gilbert says, does Borrego make it past All-Star break? It depends. Because it depends on what happened with Mosley, in my opinion. Like, if Orlando keeps losing and Mosley gets fired, I think they're gonna fire Borrego and go get Mosley. Or they're gonna be like, yo, Mosley, hey, we interested. Because they definitely interested in Mosley. And it looked like he might get the boot on Orlando. Yeah, look at Poole. Poole not even looking. Poole is looking for the exits. He don't give a fuck. Shane say Chad always be. Oh, I appreciate you, Shane. Man, I appreciate your support from both channels. Shane, I know you always were supporting me while I was on the old show, man. I appreciate you. Bree said there's a video of Poole not even in the huddle during timeouts. He just shooting layups. Oh, yeah, he's out of there. He is out of there. I kind of feel bad for him because it seemed like he was a buy-in guy when he first came, and then he was like, wait, this how y'all run shit? I don't like this. This is not what I was promised. Trey, that was lazy. That was a bad pass. That was also lazy on Trey. On those passes, especially on inbounds, you got to go attack the basketball. Sideline out, you got to attack the basketball. Got to attack the basketball. That was lazy on Trey. That was all. I mean, it wasn't the best pass, but that was lazy on Trey. We got to attack the basketball there, man. Fox just pushed off. He pushed off on Messi just now. They didn't call it. But you got to attack the basketball there. That was nice by Fox. All right, now. See, this was Zion should be in the game, man, honestly. I hope not. Watch they do something dumb and put Zion in the game with like 60 seconds left. This was Zion should be in the motherfucking game, honestly, so you could try to extend this lead because right now you can't get a bucket. That was dumb. Jeffrey said, is a trade happening this week or should I look at next week, the deadline for the move? Shit, the way things are looking, we needed that by Peavy. The way things is looking, I mean, if Poole's not playing now, I can't imagine a scenario where he returns back to the lineup. Like, I can't really imagine a scenario where Poole plays again at this point. So if he just totally out of the rotation, they might have something lined up to move him. Maybe they're just working through the logistics. Oh, that was nice. Get in there, oh no! That bitch was halfway down. Damn, that shit was halfway down. We gotta get a bucket on this possession, bro. We gotta get a bucket on this possession. You gotta get a bucket on this possession. Being said, bro, Fairs has a negative plus minus in the double-digit lead. Yeah, I don't always go with the plus minus because it's like it can mischaracterize a guy's game, but that is difficult to do. I will say that. That is difficult to do. That probably have a lot to do with him being in the lineup this quarter, though. Also, because the lead was 20 points. Look, what did I just say? What did I just say? You put Zion in the game with 50 fucking seconds left. To what end? What's the purpose of this? With 50 seconds left, you put him in a quarter. What's the purpose of this? Thank you, Pelicans Nola. And you go turn the ball over. So him being in the game right here literally makes no sense. He comes in, he picks up a foul? Picks up an offensive foul. Made no sense. Like, it made no fucking sense. Now, you got to go down and score right here, though. You got to give him to put the ball in his hands and go down and score. That was dumb. This is a dumb substitution pattern. This is pretty dumb. This is pretty dumb. Pretty dumb. Yeah, you got a Fairs and Jose backcourt. Maybe it's just for these last few seconds. I still don't get it, though. That's why I think it's damn, we ain't scoring 3 minutes, Josh. I ain't even noticed that. That's fucking crazy. Zion not in the action at all. Zion parked in the corner. Fairs dribbling the air out the ball. Good hustle, Eve. That was terrible, bro. That was terrible. What a terrible way to end the quarter, bro. Oh my God, the Pelicans got so lucky, bro. Pelicans got so lucky right there that shit rimmed out. Look, Zion pissed off. Zion is pissed. Zion is fucking pissed. That was dumb. You put him out there. Right, for like, 40 seconds. You do 2 possessions where he doesn't touch the ball and he happens to pick up an offensive foul off ball. That was just dumb. They're like that was just so dumb. All right, the lead is 14, y'all. I mean, you should win this game. Yeah, JB terrible, bro. That was dumb. That was so dumb. You got motherfucking fierce ISO at the end. Oh my god. You got a fierce ISO at the end of the quarter. Did they go what? They went the last 3. Did they go the last 3 minutes total without scoring? Last 3 or 4 minutes total? That's terrible. That's awful. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. That's pathetic. Yeah, luckily the Spurs missed a couple open shots. They missed a bunch of free throws. Oh, this would be a much different game, though. Like, seriously. Like, but hey, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. It's better to be lucky than good. Jess, you think JB called for Fierce to ISO? I don't think he called for it, but I also don't think he intervened. I'll say that. I don't think he's calling for some of the dumb things that happen, but I don't think he intervenes. And that's more of my issue. Like, I don't think he goes out there and say, hey, move the ball. Like, I don't think he does that. And that's really my greater issue. How many inches of snow did you get? I think right now it's at like 12. I think it's at 12. Last time I checked, I gotta check again because they didn't really stop. It went from snow to sleet, and it's been sleeting pretty consistently. It's supposed to continue till tomorrow, and that shit it's gonna be like a sheet of ice out there. It's rough. It is rough. I ain't gonna lie. Lala say that's why he a trash ass coach. Oh, he's awful. It's terrible. Garbage. Brock said won the third by 5 points. Yeah, man. Look, you won the third by 5. Just if you could just play the fourth quarter to a tie. All you gotta do is play the fourth quarter to a tie. You win this game. You go home about your fucking business. Just play the fourth quarter to a tie, bro. Thank you, Jess. I appreciate you. And look, Jess, I could be wrong. It could be more than that at this point because the original projection was between 16 and 22 inches. Then it went down to like between 11 and 16. So I think it was like between 8 and 12 last night alone. And today it was really bad. I don't even really know how much is out there right now. Because, I've been here a couple hours, so I don't even know if it picked up. But I know tomorrow it's supposed to be rough as well. Me say our Rooks have the green light to do whatever. Oh, yeah, the Rooks just, I told you, it's just impunity. Good shit, Eve! Good shit, Eve! Good shit, Eve. Motherfucker, rookies is out there with impunity. Willie Green getting into a pool early set the catalyst for how JB's tenure in New Orleans will go. Yeah, I believe that. I believe that as well. I don't think it helped at all. I don't think it helped. I just think the relationship was kind of cursed from the beginning. Good defense right there. That was great. Great defense, but better offense by Keldon Johnson. Yeah, look, we up 12 and we still scared that this game about to slip away. That's how bunked the Pelican season been. And that's how bunked the coaching been. Damn, we ain't got no shooting out there. Oh my God. Yeah. Look, that's a bad sign. When Zion missing them putbacks like that, that's a bad sign. That's a bad sign, y'all. Because Zion was making everything. Now he missing them easy ass putbacks like that. That might be a bad sign, y'all. I don't know. Yeah, the cost of living is a beast. It's a motherfucking beast though. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. When I first moved here, I was in culture shock. I was like, God damn. Y'all, what a welfare house is at? Fuck, y'all bitches crazy. Yeah, 12-point lead. Chad said 12-point lead for the Pelicans is like a 5-point deficit in the fourth. Yeah, I agree, Jeffrey. Get Trey back in the game, bro. Cause now, look, you went from a 20-point lead to now it's a 9-point game, single digits. Get Trey back in the game. You got Herb Jones shooting middies. Like this would be so embarrassing. Again, like just you got one shooter. You ain't got no shooter. This is a no shooter lineup. So you mean to tell me you couldn't play pool right here in this lineup? You couldn't play pool or get Trey back in the game in this lineup? Come on, bro. And now it's another 3-point play. So now it's down to what? Probably a 6-point lead. Come on, bro. You say the Herb miss was the 12th missed field goal for the Pelicans. They missed 12 field goals in a row. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I mean, come on, bro. Come on, bro. You mean to really tell me you couldn't find no minutes for Jordan Poole right here? You couldn't find no minutes for Jordan Poole right here. That was totally dumb what Herb did though. It looked like it might be losing times. That's what I'm saying. That's why I said earlier, Bing. You gotta have a 25 plus, or you gotta have at least a double-digit lead going into the fourth. The Pelicans' problem is it ain't defense. It's always offense. Their offense goes ice cold, and you can't expect other teams to keep missing. Give it, Jose, what are you doing? Get Zion the fucking ball. Oh my God, bro. Oh my God, bro. Oh my God. It's a 6-point game, dog. This dude, Jose, Zion calling for the ball. Jose looks off Zion, gives the ball to Herb, and Herb gets blocked again per usual. Like, come on, bro. Now you got to pull a fucking rabbit out of a hat here. Oh my God. Yeah, y'all. It might be over. Might be over, y'all. Zion missing shots. He was knocking down earlier in the game. This man, dog, Borrego's a fucking idiot, dog. Borrego's a fucking idiot. Borrego's a fucking idiot, bro. Borrego's a fucking idiot. You could have called a timeout at any point. You could have called a timeout at any point. You let this shit get down to a fucking 3-point game before you called a timeout. Wait, hold on. Let me see how many timeouts did the Pelicans have? Yeah, you could have called a timeout once they cut it to single digits. Once they cut it to 9 points after the Wemby 3, you could have called a timeout. What the fuck? And Zion missed 2-3 shots that he usually makes. That's how you know you ain't having no luck right now. You ain't having no luck, period. Yeah, like, bro, in the quarter, Trey Alexander, to your point, to end the quarter, you went 2 possessions in a row without Zion even touching the ball. Like, come on, man. This dude is terrible, bro. This guy is fucking pitiful, son. He's one of the worst coaches in the game right now. Seriously. Yeah, 99 dog. We seen this movie before. Like, this is pathetic. This is pathetic. Dog, you entered this shit with what? A 14-point lead. These motherfuckers went on to score, 11 points in a row on you. You couldn't get a single fucking bucket. You got a no-shooter lineup out there. You don't have Sadiq Bey out there. You don't got Jordan Poole. You don't got Trey out there. The one person who's supposed to be the shooter in this lineup is Jose Alvarado and Herb Jones. And Herb going fucking rogue. Like, come on, man. This dude's a fucking moron, son. But we all knew it was coming. We all know it was coming. That's why I said you got to have the biggest lead possible going into the fourth, because this team is awful. You see, we haven't scored since the 4-minute stretch. 4 minutes left in the third. That's pitiful, son. But look, that's what I keep saying. Bro, that's why, like, Schmidt just is such a stupid motherfucker. Like, people keep talking about the defense. The defense ain't the problem necessarily. The problem is these motherfuckers can't score. They go for stretches at a time without being able to score. That's the fucking issue. They can't score. And the rookies can't score consistently. Herb barely ever fucking scores. There's no ingenuity to this offense. You can't get your best player the ball. So you just let them go on, like, what? A goddamn, probably like fucking 16-0 run dating back to the third quarter. And you haven't been able to score a single fucking point. Can't get to the free throw line. Zion missed 3 easy looks that he usually makes. Like, that's the problem right here. You never call the fucking timeout. It's ridiculous. Yeah, Schmidt post shit like motherfuckers don't have eyes. Schmidt post shit like we listening to the game on the radio. Like, Muhammad Ali throws a left jab. Down goes Frazier. Like, it's just like, brother, we got fucking eyes. We watching the game. What are you doing here? Good shit, Zion. Dunk the fucking ball, man. Stop with these layups. You gotta go up to dunk the ball. At least worst case scenario, you get fouled. Oh God, Jose again. Just wasted a fucking great defensive possession right there by Yves Missi. Don't give him the ball no more, man. Come on. God damn, bruh. What are we doing here? Yeah, the Pelicans need more offensive versatility, Josh. It's like, oh my God. 6-point swing. 6-point swing off a fucking block. You get the stop. You do your job. You get the stop. You get the stop. You do your job. Jose misses a three. They go down on the other end, but get a bucket. Again, that's the problem there. That's your problem. You can't score when you need to score. Oh, that's a fucking foul. That was a foul. Tie him up, man. Y'all didn't even tie him up and force a fucking jump ball, son. How bunk is this? Oh my God. That was a foul, son. Yeah, like, look, they finally about to put Trey back in the game. Oh my God, bro. Oh my God, son. What are you doing? All right, Sadiq Bey got the ball. They doubling. Sadiq, move the ball. How they let Sadiq go baseline right there? Why would Sadiq would have made that? No, do you realize how bad the fucking Spurs defense is right there? They doubled Sadiq. Sadiq still drove baseline and got to the free throw line. We need both free throws right here, Sadiq. Need both free throws, big dog. Need both free throws. Lewis says Zion got the ball, nobody moved. And the crazy thing is, with this lineup, it really don't matter who moves. Because I'm not going out there to contest Jose. I'm not going out there really to contest Herb Jones. Like, Messi don't shoot threes, Zion don't shoot threes. It's zero spacing. So we got to watch Queen and Fears coming next. Oh, God, I hope not. Please. Oh, here come Derek Queen, y'all. Here come Derek Queen. Here come Derek Queen. I mean, he facing Luke Cornett. He had a good game against Luke Cornett once upon a time. So, oh, God, here come Derek. Oh, God. Damn, we needed that motherfucking free throw. We needed that free throw right there. Here come Derek. All right, Jose, get the ball to Zion, bro. Jose, get the ball to Zion, please. Let's not do this. This man gave up an offensive rebound. Oh, my God. 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 This guy's terrible. This man's bad, son. This man, oh, my God. Yo, get the ball to Zion. All right. Clear out. Good pass. All right. Oh, go, Queen. Go. Oh, my God. This dude can't do nothing. Oh, my God, bro. This dude ain't got no fucking game at all. Dog, Derek trash, bro. Derek is not good, son. Derek is not good, bro. This man, Derek, ain't got no game at all, bro. Derek ain't got no game at all, dog. Derek has no game at all, bro. What's that? 3 possessions in a row, Zion don't touch the ball? Derek ain't got no game at all, dog. Like, Derek not good, son. He not good. It's sad, but he not good. Derek not good, son. Derek not good. It's going to be too much of a struggle for him to score, dog. It's going to be too much of a struggle for him to score, son. It's tough, dog. It's just tough. It's too much of a struggle for him to score. It's too much of a struggle. Good putback right there. It's too much of a struggle, dog. All right. Now you got to string together some stops and scores. Like, oh, they call that. They call that. That's a bullshit call. I thought they got rid of that bullshit ass Chris Paul call. I thought they got rid of that shit. I ain't know they still let you do that in the league. That bullshit ass Chris Paul call. Boy. You picked up. Oh, that's the worst. Trade. That's the worst time to pick up a fucking tech, man. That is the worst time to pick up a tech, dog. Especially if you missed that technical free throw earlier. So now you about to get them the lead potentially. That's the worst. Yeah, it was a terrible call. It was a terrible call, but man, that's the worst time to pick up a tech. That's the worst time to pick up a tech right there, bro. Oh my God. It's been a 22-7 run. That's pathetic, bro. That's pathetic. And people still gonna say, oh, it's the defense. Oh, and now Zion coming out the game. Now Zion coming out the game, y'all. People still gonna say it's the defense. You know, the defense the problem. They couldn't get stopped. They're like, bro, if you watch the fucking game, they got a bunch of stops. They couldn't fucking score. They can't score. That's the problem. They can't consistently score the fucking basketball. That's the problem. That's why you need Ja Morant. That's why you need Ben Mathurin. You can't score. And this lineup is god fucking awful. All right, it's a tied game. Tied game here, man. These bogus ass reps want to steal the fucking show. All right, we got to get the ball to Trey. We got to get the ball to Trey as the Sadiq here. Can we get some screens? Can we get some actions, man? We ain't got nobody out there right now that can collapse the defense, get downhill, and create a look. Nice pass. Nice kick out. Can you make him pay? Sadiq can't make him pay right there. Good shit. Good shit, Derek. Good shit. Oh, no! Oh, my God! Oh, my God! Dog, do y'all see Borrego's face? He just fucking dumbfounded. Oh, nah, he was moving. He was moving. Challenge it! Challenge it! He was moving! Challenge it! Challenge it! He was moving! Is he gonna? He didn't even challenge it! Oh my God! This trash motherfucker didn't even challenge it! Oh my God, man, this dude's so fucking garbage, bro! Challenge the fucking call, man, you pussy! Challenge it! Man, this dude a fucking joke, man! Man, this dude is a fucking joke, bro! Man, this dude's a fucking joke! Challenge the call, man! This motherfucker is a joke, bro. You could have potentially just had a fucking 3-point play. This man is a joke, dog. This man is a fucking joke, son. This man is a fucking joke. This man straight up pathetic, dog. Ain't no way in the world you don't fucking challenge that. The game on the line. And you let him get attacked. How you even let Derek get attacked in this situation? Man, Borrego a fucking hoe. Borrego is a fucking hoe. How you let Derek get attacked on the fucking bench? How you let this man get attacked? Dog, this dude Borrego's a fucking clown, dog. This man's a weenie. Get this soft-ass bum out of the fucking building, man. Borrego's a fucking soft-ass bum. You soft-ass motherfucking bum, man. How you even let this dumb-ass nigga get attacked? How you even let him even get attacked? Like, come on, man. Everybody pulling his goofy ass away. He still go get attacked. This fucking Neanderthal out there picks up a tech for no reason. Come on, bro. Zion still not in the fucking game. Dog, Zion, I mean, what's his name? Dog, Derek terrible. Derek might be one of the worst draft picks the Pelicans ever fucking had. This dude is terrible, dog. This dude is terrible. This dude is terrible, son. How do you not challenge that? That was a 3-point play, son. That was a 3-point play, son. And that was a 3-point play, son. You don't challenge that. Now you giving up offensive rebounds. You went, like, come on, man. I don't want to hear no pussy ass shit about this being no Zion fault, this being no Jordan Poole fault. This is this coaching staff's fault. This coaching staff fucking sucks. Coaching staff fucking sucks, man. This dude is trash. Josh Miller said worse than Kyrie and Dyson. Well, based on what you gave up, it probably is worse than Kyrie and Dyson, honestly. Because at least Kyrie and Dyson were your own picks. And shit, you got Dyson from the Lakers. You got Dyson from the Lakers, man. But then Queen is awful, dog. Like, Queen is awful, son. Because this man, oh my God. This man really ain't got no game. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, his game is so limited, son. Like, his game is so limited that it's like, bro, you can't do anything. You can't shoot. You can't really finish around the rim. You can't do anything. Borrego's real life, straight up fucking pure garbage trash. This doofusy fuck. Man, all the motherfuckers supporting him, they just as lame as him. I ain't gonna, like, they just as lame as this motherfucker. This man sucks, bro. This man fucking sucks. He stinks. This motherfucker stinks, bro. Ain't one good thing about this coach, bro. Ain't one good fucking thing about the coach, bro. Like, seriously. And look, that's why you gotta just do your own thing, bro. Cause I am not about to be caping for this motherfucker. I'm not carrying no water for this fucking bum. He sucks. His goofy ass ain't pick up a single tech yet. How the fuck you got Trey pick up a tech, Derek Queen pick up a tech? Derek wouldn't even have picked up the tech if you called the fucking challenge. Because clearly it was a 3-point play. He picked up the tech because he was frustrated because they called a bunk-ass foul on him. If you called a challenge and get the fucking, get the call reversed potentially, he don't pick up the tech. This man's fucking trash, bro. This man's trash, dog. This man, he shouldn't be coaching now, honestly. There's no way you carry over this dude the rest of this season, bro. This guy's a fucking bum. He's a fucking bum. Straight up and down, son. Kelvin say, Chaz, we just gave up, what's his name, AJ, for fucking Derek Queen. Dumas came and the first thing he did was fuck up the team. Well, he ain't fuck up the team because the team was already fucked up. But he certainly fucked up the team moving forward. Going into at least next year. Oh, yeah, that was a clear foul. Cornette fouled the fuck out of Eve. Nah, yo, what up, Josh? He said you won't hear a lot of negative talk about James in the media because he comes from Popovich tree. Nah, bro. In the local media, you know, Borrego got relationships with people in the media. So they not going to really talk bad about him because they got relationships. It don't really, you know, it don't even necessarily got anything to do with him coming from that Popovich coaching tree. Whoa, what's that with you, Jay Burke? A lot of it has to do with just the relationships he has with certain people in the media, son. That's really what it is. Yeah, oh yeah, he loved the Sadiq Bey ATO. for real. Yeah, Lala, this free throw disparity is some discrepancy is some bullshit. Well, the disparity is some bullshit. Total insane free throw disparity. And look, again, with change, Spurs started making free throws and started hitting their threes. I can already tell you what the script gonna be. If the Pelicans lose this game, people are going to say, oh, well, the Spurs hit a bunch of threes, and, you know, it's really hard to win when you don't have enough three-point shooters. Like, man, shut your whole ass up. All these bitch-ass excuses. You see what this fucking coaching staff doing. Have some pride, man. Get off your knees. Have some integrity. Have some fucking pride. These dudes is trash. Well, fuck. Well, Bruce Trey just got in the game. Sadiq Bey just got in the game. Zion was out there. Zion missed about 2 shots he normally makes, but he was out there with Jose, Peavy, Herb, and Misi. Like, it was bad. Victoria Taylor. Shout out to Victoria Taylor. What's up, Vic? I didn't know you was in here. Yo, we got 90 people in the building. Hit the like button, man. Make sure y'all smash that like button. It's a 4-point game. The Pelicans should be winning this game going away right now, but it's the Pelicans, so y'all know how it go. It's the Pelicans. We missed 2 free throws that I know of. Now you got Eve going to the free throw line. Hopefully he can knock both down. Sadiq missed one. Trey missed a technical one. Sadly, that shit comes back to bite you in the ass. Also, you think about that 3-point play that Derek Queen obviously fucking had, and Borrego, his trash ass, don't call the motherfucking challenge. This man will call a challenge for a blocking foul in the first quarter, but he won't call a challenge for a potential 3-point play in the fourth quarter for a guy's 4th foul. When you just blew a 20-point lead. This dude is pathetic, bro. He really is pathetic. He must think he's still coach with the Spurs or something. He's pathetic. Bree say if a team want to beat the Pels, they can easily foul Herb out. Oh yeah, I mean, well, how many fouls Herb got right now? Herb got 4. Goddamn, Herb. Yeah, Herb stay in some foul trouble. He don't get a respected whistle, sadly. All right, now all you gotta do here is get a stop and get a bucket. That Jose shit was good for the first half. Boy, that shit cooled down dramatically, didn't it? That's solid defense right there. That was risky by Herb. I didn't like that reach in by that. That was risky. Good defense, Herb. Oh! Can we get a loose ball foul? I'm about to say, boy, if ain't no call right there, you go to fucking hell. That's a clear loose ball foul. Lala said we got more, like 15 more points in the paint, but 11 free throws. They have like 30 something. Yeah, that's pathetic, bro. That's pathetic. That's also why if you're the coach, pick up a technical foul early in the game. When you see how the refs calling it, you got to change the dynamic of it early. And late in the game, once you trailing and all that, that's not the time, bro. You're not going to get the benefit of the doubt. That's a nice pass. Great defense right there by, whatchamacallit. That's a nice pass. That was a foul? Oh, fuck. See, Zion got to stop doing that. Just go for it, bro. That's the right play, but that's not the right time. Just go for it. But ain't no way, dog. The Pelicans attack the basket too much for the free throw disparity to be like this. Like it's ridiculous. But this is every game. You know what I'm saying? This is every game. That's why I argue about, again, If you want to change the dynamic of the whistle, you gotta do it in the first fucking half. Good shit right there by Eve. Good pass by Trey. Guy, oh Lord, Zion, that was fucking crazy. Good shit, Eve. Way to make up for it, Eve. Way to make up for it. That was crazy. That was a crazy ass dunk. I ain't gonna lie. That was crazy. That was crazy. That was some crazy ass hang time. That was some crazy ass hang time. Yeah, at this point, I probably would consider putting Carlo in for some spacing. I would consider it, at this point. But they probably say, look, this the unit we won with last night. We're going to roll with this unit again and see where it takes us. Well, not last. I keep saying last night. My days are fucked up since the storm happened. But they Bing said, what the fuck, they smiling and shit like they didn't just blow a 20-point lead. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they smiling because of the competitive nature of the game. But this is terrible. This is terrible. This is terrible. Like this is awful. Seriously. This is awful. Say watch Zion be on the bench. D. Jones said for all the late game execution failures, there's no progress and improvement, all on coaching. Facts. That's the thing too, D. Jones 06. It's like when people point to certain instances, I'm like, what tangible evidence do you have that this team is better with Borrego versus Willie Green? Because we still find ourselves complaining about the same exact issues. It's not like now you got a great offense and the defense is bad. It's like, yo, we got the same problems. We have the same exact issues. We complain. We got rotational issues. We talk about accountability. We talk about coaching. Great defense, Eve! Great defense, Eve! Great defense! That was great defense! That was amazing defense! Amazing! Oh! Let's go, Trey! All right, let's get a stop. We need some stops here. Dog, did y'all see that fucking verticality on that defensive contest by Eve Macy? That's big play championship basketball. That was championship basketball. That's how you make plays. Huge shot by Trey Murphy. Huge. Ethan, what up, big dog? Huge shot by Trey Murphy. Huge defensive play. Now, Zion, you got to bring this shit home. You got to bring this shit home. Go get it, Zion. You chilling right now on the right wing. You chilling. Let's go, Trey. Let's do this shit, Trey. Let's do this. Let's do this. Look, they're using Zion as a motherfucking decoy. Like they're using this boy as a decoy. Look, don't help. Don't help on Wemby. Don't help. Because he going to collapse the defense and kick out for a three. Don't help. Don't help. All right, look, you live with that. You live with that. Because it's 2 free throws. You live with that. He still got to make them both. You ball head hoe. You got to make them both. Make that ball head hoe earn it. You got to make it both. You got to make them both. That was still good defense. You don't want to over help and end up in a scramble drill when you giving up a three. So if he gotta go earn 2, make him go earn 2. Nah, we still need man management fits with Black, so I ain't gonna lie. But if I could not give him Eve, I'd do that too. Make his bald head ass earn it. I don't mean no offense. If he got like alopecia or something, I apologize. But aside from that, if he just shaved his head, then that's on him. But if he got alopecia, I apologize. But make him go earn them. Fuck. Shit. Man, shoot the goddamn ball. All this shit. 20 fucking seconds. What was that? That was a loose ball foul. No, dog. That's a terrible call, bro. That's terrible, bro. That's terrible. That's terrible. That's terrible. That's a bogus ass call. Another ball head hoe at the line. That's a terrible call. That was bogus, dog. That's bullshit, son. That's bullshit, bro. That was bullshit. That was straight up bullshit right there. No, indeed. This bald head ass missing like his paw. Missing like his paw Wemby. That's what you get, ho. Ho ass referees, man. Now come on, man. Halfback dive. We got the ball. Halfback dive. Let's be smart. The ball got to go to Trey or Zion here. The ball got to go to Trey or Zion here. Halfback dive. All right, somebody come get the ball from. Somebody come get the ball. Take it. Get off of me, Eve. Oh, you little bitty bitch! I told you about Eve Meesey. I told y'all. They was hating on my dog. They was hating on him. I told you about him. Read it and weep, nigga. Read it and weep. Fuck y'all thought this was. I told y'all about Eve. The fuck y'all thought this was, cousin? Told y'all about Eve. I've been telling y'all about Eve all fucking year. I told you. They was hating on him. Now go make your free throws, Zion. This bald head ass. Get out of here. I don't mean no disrespect to anybody bald watching the show. I had a baldy one time. I was auditioning for a movie. But yeah, man, raggedy bitch. Told y'all about Eve, man. People, and then, people be on the joint. People be on the joint like, oh, you think Eve, not on here, cause I ain't talking about us, cause we all be rapping and shit. I'm talking about on Twitter, people like, you think Eve is so good? I'm like, I ain't saying that he's great. I'm saying that he's the best option you have right now at center. That's a lot different than saying he's great. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't think he's the answer, but he's the best. He's one of them. I tell you who ain't the motherfucking answer. I tell you who ain't the answer. Yeah, Eve need to start. I said that after the other game. Motherfucker talking about, whoa, slow down there. I'm like, you slow down, motherfucker. I told you need to start. Oh, wait. What are we doing here? They ain't filed yet? Well, I guess they didn't really need to. Shoot that. Oh, somebody got to shoot it. Somebody got to shoot. Somebody got to shoot. All right. Yeah, I don't think Eve getting traded after this performance. But then again, look, we semi-prisoners of the moment. But that don't, see, Zion, you got to come down with that rebound. We semi-prisoners of the moment. But that don't mean the front office is. You know what I'm saying? So we going crazy. Yeah, Eve Meesey. But, if the day of tomorrow, Ben Mathurin goes out and scores 45 points, we're going to be like, fuck, we could have got Ben Mathurin. You know what I'm saying? So, man, shout out to everybody rocking with me, man. Make sure you hit that like button, man. I appreciate all the love and support we got going tonight. They was hating on us, dog. I ain't gonna lie, boy. Them bitches was hating on us. I know them hoes don't like that. They was hating on us. They did not want us to shine. We had to deal with bad. Look, man, first of all, credit to these players. Let's give a big shout out to these players. Let's give a big shout out to Eve Meesey, player of the game. Trey Murphy, co-player of the game. Zion Williamson for the incredible first half. Sadiq Bey balled out again. Contributed 24 points. Jeremiah Fields was okay. Derek Queen, frustrating game, but But major shout out to the players, man, because they had to overcome a lot. They had to overcome a lot tonight, especially. These dudes showed up and they balled out. Major credit to them because they could have let go of the rope. They didn't. They kept fucking balling. They kept battling. They kept fighting. They hit big shots after big shot. You know what I'm saying? Fuck all that. Tonight we playing 27-50. We playing 27-50 tonight, y'all. Playing 27-50 tonight. Shout out to everybody. Oh yeah, we won. Shout out to B. Thomas in the building. Yeah, we won in spite of the coaching because the coaching was fucking awful. It was god awful. God awful. 99 say team showed some grit for real. Proud of the players, not the coaches. Yes, facts. And we've said that way too often, sadly. Like, thank God the players stepped up because the coaches ain't helping do nothing. Bruce said, I'm telling you, Meesey not getting traded. Yeah, and maybe not. Maybe not. Ethan, yes indeed, man. Shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to everybody in the building. But that's why, to Louisiana girls' point, that's why they have such a high, not price tag, but that's why they like, look, if we can't get a first, we might not want to trade Eve. Or if the evaluation on Eve is a first, we might not want to trade Eve. So it's all about what did you think Ben Mathurin is? And, whoa, what's good with you, Denzel? Say being a Pelicans fan make you drink? Oh, man, yeah. And look, you in Miami, it was like 80 degrees in Miami. Boy, you living good, Denzel. You get you a nice mojito, get you a nice maple bourbon. You living good. 12 wins. We did it! Hey, you know what other number 12 is? 12, Ja Morant. 12 is Ja Morant. Ja Morant, let's do it. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. Boy, when I say Eve Messi ball the fuck out, dog. CJ the Gall, what's happening with your homie? Say how many games we win if James didn't wait to sit the rookies. It's tough to say. I think you probably win more. It's tough to say exactly how many. One more shooter and Ja. Yeah. But that's... It just, man, it's tough to say. Because, I don't want to be a prisoner of the moment. I don't want to be a prisoner of the moment. Damn, this dude Quickly is balling right now for the Raptors. I think Quickly they lead and score. Quickly is balling right now for the Raptors. Damn, Brandon got 13 points. What the fuck? That Lou Dort shit might be real. But they're interviewing Zion. What are you saying? Game of runs. Okay. Zion got 10 rebounds. Wow. He called us Sadiq Bey twin. That's funny. He calls Zion calls Sadiq Bey twin. Like, y'all just met. That's funny. But yet and still, them boys balling, man. They got this W. I didn't know he had 10 rebounds. Shout out to him. There's that Allen 2750. Yes, indeed. Yeah, I think the rookies with the second unit would be solid. Because earlier in this year, they played better with the second unit. Jay Black said Herb Jones back with 2-0. He plays everybody in their right positions. That's one way to look at it, Jay Black. That's one way to look at it. Let me see. Say it takes one pick to get Ja. Get him. Yeah, I think you gotta go get Ja, bro. Especially with what they doing. If they just totally out on Jordan Poole right now, just go ahead and make it happen. Because it don't make no sense just letting Jordan Poole sit like this. First of all, it's kind of disrespectful. Second of all, it just don't make no sense. You still need a major talent acquisition because you still have these scoring droughts. And these scoring droughts are realistically why you're losing the lead. There's no reason motherfuckers should be going on 22-7 runs. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's just, that's not how you do that. That's not what's up. You got too many stretches at a time where you cannot get a bucket. Louisiana Gal said if the Pacers send Ben plus a 27 first, they'll still trade Eve. Oh, yeah, I agree. Because at this point, you kind of fighting for the right to pay Ben Mathurin. I believe Messi, I think he might want to be, what's that with your Savage? I think he might want to be somewhere he can get consistent minutes, whether it's here or anywhere else. I think the coaching staff been hating on him personally. That's why one of the reasons I've been advocating for him for a cool minute now, because I'm like, there's realistically no reason not to play him. Like, and again, motherfucker think when you advocating to play someone, you talk about starting them. I never said that. I mean, you talking about they the answer. I never said that. I said play him. Play him. But it's time to celebrate. Y'all know what time it is. It's that time, y'all. It's like benediction. It's like benediction in the church. Let's run this 2750. Oh shit, it's buffering. Hold up. Man, I ain't played 2750 in so long. This shit buffering. Hold on, let me fix it. My bad. Oh, that's a bunk. That's how long it's been since a motherfucker actually won a game. Well, y'all get the point. It look like it's not working. That's a damn shame, dog. That's a goddamn shame. Y'all can still hear me? I hope my internet not going out and shit. Can y'all still hear me? We good? Oh, Jack Madison. I gotta get Jack Madison back on the show.
Charles is my name. Jarrell Curl is my fame. Who could be? You need to know. I'm your hairdresser who really knows. You're gonna have a curl.
Jarrell!
Catch your eyes on every guy, every girl.
Just 27.50.
Boy, I ain't heard that cut in a long time. Yeah, look, I don't even know. There's no way Schmidt watching the games, bro. I don't think Schmidt got a color TV, so he probably don't got like league pass or nothing like that. There's no way Schmidt watching the games, cause there's no way you can watch the motherfucking Pelicans go a quarter and a half without scoring and say, yo, defense really stepped up tonight. The defense stepped up. That's why they went on a 22-7 run. You dumb fuck. You gotta stop sucking dick for free. Go on, chef, and make you honest living. Cause this is pathetic. Have some integrity here. Oh, that meat munching for free. But Eastside Wellington said you boys say Zion lost his explosiveness and can't go right. They be wilding over there. I think it might be a situation where Zion didn't look as good earlier in the season, and he kind of hit his stride. Maybe that's the perspective. I never really agreed with that POV because I'm like, I don't know. I see him go right a lot. But everybody got their perspective. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody got their POV. To me, that's a more reasonable perspective than a motherfucker saying the defense is the reason they won the game. Because you just out of your rabbit ass mind. You out of your rabbit ass mind. Like, give it a rest. Give it a rest. Bitch, take a day off. But, yo, I appreciate everybody in the building, man. Appreciate all y'all support. Make sure you hit the like button, man. Subscribe. We're going to be back. Hopefully some breaking news happens tomorrow. We don't know. But hopefully some breaking news happens tomorrow, and we'll have something to report on. If something does happen, we'll go live. You know, I'm stuck in the house. I ain't got no job. And I ain't got nowhere to go. I don't know what the fuck in. I would show y'all. I don't know how to do it on here, but it's rough. It's rough. It's real in the field in my neighborhood. But, yo, man, appreciate all y'all again. Be safe for the people dealing with the weather. Even if you're not dealing with the weather, be safe. Much love to y'all. And I'm going to catch y'all on the next one, man. Peace.